Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I gotta post. I wake up every day mission, it's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like holocaust. Broadway, and if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, and then some. My wins on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope, the okie doke. We don't go for that. Harsh rope, another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who wanna play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they life movie curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666s. The devil on his shoulder won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block. On and running, get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playground, that's his fiends who want they main stick. We can't miss, we can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who wanna play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they like movie curtain close. Yeah, Btbtv. It's the movement, man. You're born. You're born, let's get 'em. Let's get 'em. Cash.
Peace to the 5% nation of guys and nerfs. Salaam alaikum, alhamdulillah, Rahman to Allah, to all the true Muslim brothers and sisters up in here. This is King, New Jersey. This is Btbtv. We bully the bullies. And y'all already know what it is. We ain't a blood or a crip. We doing our own thing. Btbtv has started his own gang. Like, nigga, what? I want y'all to see something real quick. Let me find it. It may be fake, but I want to know what y'all think about this. You know what I mean? We trying to clear this young lady, and I want to know if y'all think this is a real deal or a fake thing. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna go through something else, so because it's more to meets the eye about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's more than meets the eye. You know. Not trying to put that on this young woman because, like I said, it's her baby father. But I'm gonna tell y'all a story. And I want y'all to listen to this story. I had a homeboy. His name was Sean. I say his name. His girl got mad. His baby moms got mad at him because he was doing this cheating thing and everything. He was doing this cheating thing. He was cheating on everything, right? And she set him up. She had the niggas next door that lived next door to him, set him up, rob him, and shoot him. And he almost died. You know what I mean? So the point I'm making is, just because they act like they got your best interest at heart, doesn't mean they really got your best interest at heart. Now, hopefully this is bullshit. Hopefully it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully if it is, good. But it's more than one way to skin a cat. So we ain't gonna put weight on her. We just let it be seen. You know what I'm saying? But other things that we gotta talk about the situation too. So y'all read that. Y'all let me know if y'all let me know if that fake DM or not. Jonathan Kid, peace to the God. Lord, peace, Lord, peace. Johnny Button, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure this out because as we know, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens in the hood. I'm gonna read it to y'all. All right, can you see? I see it now. There I go. Did y'all pull up at Roscoe's yet? I'm gonna read it to y'all. It's right there. I'm gonna read it to y'all though, because it's hard to see on the computer. Did y'all pull up the Roscoe's yet? We'll be there in 25 minutes. I will post on my IG. So when you see me post, just pull up and leave the money under the tire. That's what it looked like. It said tire. I think that's what it said, tire. Yeah, tire. You're gonna learn why they said not to fuck me over. I'm sorry, baby. I will make this up to you. I told you. Just hurry. All right. Now, like I told y'all, I don't know. I read it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I read it again. And then we're going to get into the other topic. Did y'all pull up at Roscoe's yet? We'll be there in 25 minutes. I will post on my IG. So when you see me post, just pull up and leave the money under the tire. You're gonna learn why they say not to fuck me over. I'm sorry, babe. I'll make this up to you. I told you. Just hurry. Now, if this shit is going around the internet, right? It's going around the internet. And I'm telling y'all, it could be fake. I'm hoping it's fake. I'm hoping it's fake. I seen the beef with the nigga online too, but the nigga online, his beef with that shit's a year old. You dig? So I'm not sure about that either. But I told y'all that, but I'm gonna play something else real quick. You know what I'm saying? Once y'all hear something, see something real quick, we get in depth with it. You know what I'm saying? Here we go, right here. Fair use.
And he was one of the first ones who dropped his Addy on one of the posts. So they confirmed this. So I'm gonna play a clip for you guys. Whack 100 is gonna be reacting to it. And with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's catch that for you.
It's sad. This shit's sad, man. Cause it seems like every 2 months we lose another rap nigga to gun violence, man.
These youngsters is running around, and you come out here, nigga. You ain't safe out here. For one, you ain't from out here. 2, you's a celebrity. 3, you run around with a bunch of jury. Like, if he'd have been in there without that jury, that man would be live today. That wasn't personal. That was business. Nigga, the streets is bad.
So you honestly, you think he didn't want to hand this shit over?
And me and Wax well, see, what happened is he ran into a murder robber, not a robber. You know what I'm saying? Robber would have busted him in the head when he hesitated. Give it up. He ran into a murder robber, a nigga that's really a murderer. He just robs. It's a difference. And when a murder robber go to squeezing, you know, that adrenaline kick, that high kick. He hit that man 6 times. He could have hit the nigga 1 time and got his attention.
Well, I want to know one thing.
How old? Damn, 6 times. I didn't even know it was 6 times. Damn.
Yeah. I got some exclusive videos I send you, like nigga. Seeing nigga when they rolled him over his last time.
TV Straight, I know.
I got all that.
I just asked a question for the audience.
Damn,
we doing this, but we talking about.
Times. We're
gonna see about this nigga.
Then it's like it happened because now we see South Walker having a situation. Niggas try to rob him. Then 4-5 days after that, somebody actually get robbed and killed, man. Y'all niggas in LA, shit, man. Y'all niggas,
but bro, they rob niggas in Florida. They rob niggas in New Orleans. They rob niggas in Atlanta. They rob niggas in New York, Chicago, Detroit. That ain't just no LA. You got to remember, LA and New York and Atlanta and right now Florida is just the hot spots for niggas in the industry to go. That's all that is, bro. That nigga would have been his ass up in the Bronx in the wrong area with all that shit on. They'd have got him.
That's a fact. Nah, he got a little bit more staying up north than he do on the west.
Man, if that nigga would have been up there in that wrong section, bro, by himself like he was, bro, nigga, some little niggas hungry, broke. These niggas out here with nothing.
Yeah, I do feel like nigga need to get a check in and get you a little scrap or something. You need to know somebody. Get you some fire, man. You got
but he just didn't want to. When we was just in New Mexico, my security, right, said, my nigga, I'll be seeing you moving around. Why you don't need no. Oh man, God got me. Yeah, all right. I told a nigga nephew, God gave you brain.
My grandma said that shit, boy. She say shit. When you say God
gave you brain,
he gave you 5 senses too, my nigga. No cap.
Yeah. So
let me say something real quick. I'm gonna let you hear what all these West Coast niggas saying. I'm gonna let y'all hear something. All these West Coast niggas are saying, right? I'm talking about these West Coast rappers. These motherfuckers, they don't got no respect or love for the East Coast. So why the fuck you niggas keep going over there? I'm gonna let you hear what Wack 100 say. I'm gonna let you hear what Spider Locat to say. And the shit they saying, they saying some disrespectful shit. And to me, that's irking me. They're like, oh, you ain't from over, nigga. When y'all come on our side, we take y'all, show y'all good time, we feed y'all, we get y'all drunk, we get y'all bitches to fuck the whole 9. We get rid of y'all try to rob us. They try to kill us. Come on, bitch. I don't like what these niggas saying, man. I don't like the way these niggas talking. Yeah, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere.
So it's like, that EDD shit fucked shit up, bro. It gave niggas that never touched nothing a whole lot of money, gave them an appetite for it. They done ran through it. So it was like any way they can get it. An old girl dropping that pin drop wouldn't have mattered anyway because they seen the nigga already on the pull-up. But, that was crazy.
And do you think, because they keep trying. I seen nigga Menard saying something about
he dropped his location first. I just seen it right now. Just came out on the news.
He did?
Yeah, he dropped his location. As soon as he pulled up in the parking lot, I can play for you right now. He pulled up in the parking lot and he dropped his location.
Run that shit, Phil.
Yeah, can you play it, home?
You saying that nigga dropped his location?
Yeah, look, he dropped it first, so it just came out. I was just about.
Ain't no way that niggas. What's wrong with these?
And then she dropped the location. They said there's a few posts. Hold on, I'm gonna get it right now.
We also had another theory in the morning time. Shout out to King Watt for bringing it to our attention.
Well, it ain't no theory. It's what it is. Shit.
Well, he's a part of Empire, right? And it's been 6
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And y'all ain't doing that to God.
Oh, yeah, man. You can't keep putting that shit on God, man. That shit ain't right, man.
Listen real quick.
That shit ain't right, man. Y'all nigga keep saying.
And Chief Michael Moore just confirmed a few minutes ago that he was targeted because of an Instagram post. There were actually a couple, one from the rapper himself in the parking lot when they first got here, giving somebody enough time to get here and kill him, and then another one from his girlfriend when they were sitting at the table.
He dropped his first.
He burnt out, but Hope, check it out. Neither one of them didn't matter anyway.
Yeah, niggas outside all day.
That's what he pulled up in, right?
Nah, Poe, that's like, how can I give it to you? Everybody inside is that anyway.
Yeah, it's like going to a restaurant in Castle.
Everybody in the
they all bang.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like everybody in that motherfucker is that anyway. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, nigga, what you doing? Like, but I just seen him and like told him. I tell Blueface the same shit. Hey, yo, Blueface run around with more shit than him. You know what I'm saying? Your nephew, you need to like, nigga, you go into the store.
Check this out. Why would you say he didn't see him tell him? You said nothing about you seeing him tell him nothing last time. You said something about him wanting you to put him on, son, nigga. Stop lying now. You didn't tell him nothing about how to move to LA, nigga. Because you don't know how to move to LA. Your ass stay out of LA. You be shook to be in LA, whack 100. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But the way y'all talk about out of towners, man, yo, and how couple people make y'all when you come to their towns, that's just not right and exact, yo. That's some whole nigga shit. And I'm not saying all the niggas from LA know whole niggas. I know some cool niggas like my man Big E and a few other niggas I know from out there. But yo, a lot of you niggas from LA are some whole nigga shit, bruh. Y'all some robbing nigga shit. Y'all some trying to take. Y'all some takers, bruh. This man was giving back to his community. How many of y'all give back to your community? None of y'all. Maybe a handful. And it's not the gangbangers or ex-gangbangers.
Boy, nigga, what the fuck is the problem? Take that shit off. You don't need that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need all that shit like that. Draws attention. You know,
look,
it costs money. It costs money to wear jewelry, bro. The money don't stop at the purchase of the jewelry. You gotta have them bodies around you. The wolves gotta be around
salute, bro. Salute.
And then you gotta make sure you got the right wolves around you because you gotta make sure they ain't trying to lie you.
See, look, Sauce Walker in them, like, look, Sauce Walker in them, the way niggas move in the culture is like, once you tried it, when the nigga try you for your chain, it's like a milestone for you if you don't get your shit snatched. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you gonna be hard or you gonna be smart?
But nah, he's supposed to gave that up, bro. Either way, the jury was leaving. Either the jury leaving the body here or the jury go and the body go. Which one?
But but I get what you're saying, but that shit an ego, bro. You gonna be too hard. Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna be that hard, bro. Like, ain't nothing, bro. Ain't nothing work. Ain't nothing got more pressure than waking up in the morning. I get what you're saying, Connect. I know what you're saying.
Bro.
Yo, stop playing this nigga Whack 100, bro. Like, fuck Whack 100. And he's talking.
I want you to Spy Loc had to say.
He's talking to little niggas. He always talking to some niggas that don't wear no jewelry, niggas that never got no money to buy no real jewelry. You know what I mean? Like, Whack 100 is a fucking clown, bro. He always got something to say and always want to mention Blueface. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not giving a fuck about no Blueface. He out there fighting with the fucking bitch.
In Bristol. It's all the sideways.
Yo, I want you to hear, son. I want to come to. I want you to hear what Spy Loc got to say, yo, because these niggas are something real disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, my nigga, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's the niggas that don't be in the streets, the niggas that ain't out there putting in no work, are the niggas that's always talking the most shit, my nigga. The niggas that's not out there because they're not worried about no nigga running up on them. Spider Loc ain't in the hood no more neither.
It's just that's not my real motivation to be the first.
The niggas that ran Spider Loc too, I heard.
To try to be the first to report, be up on the latest, and trying to be the one to deliver. However, I have no problem with taking the time of seeing what's popular subjects and giving my perspective on it. That's something we do in everyday life, whether it's on the platform or just parlaying, politicking with our peoples. Things happen. We discuss it in the barbershop.
Fair use.
Our friends, whatever.
I ain't never seen niggas. So let me find out Spider Loc thing.
Waffles, which is legendarily popular in Los Angeles as a franchise. There are multiple
the fucking TM salute
chicken and waffles. You've heard plenty of celebrities speak on, or you've seen evidence.
You need to that video I sent earlier. That's what you need to play. That one.
Out of town, it's kind of like a landmark bucket list to go get.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that one too.
Chicken and waffles.
That nigga from LA that he was talking about that shit. That nigga
waffles that PNB Rock found himself at just happens to be hands down in the most crime infested area that you can find the Roscoe's. We all know typically in the ghettos across America, poverty is pretty much more pertinent on the east side, and as you travel further west, it seems like it decreases. This is the only
No, it don't.
Roscoe's located in the east side of South Central.
What you got?
That parking
And what
lot,
he said.
the same way Neighborhood Nip was familiar with Crenshaw and Slauson, for years I was familiar with that particular parking lot on Manchester in Maine at that Roscoe's, due to the fact that two of my partners was one of my partners, he had that parking lot sold up years ago. There were multiple businesses in there. He had influence in all the businesses. And based on my big homie, rest in peace, Big Ant relationship with Cuz, my big homie for years was holding down that parking lot, like low-key security, regulating parking and shit. And so because of that, I used to go up there and parlay and just post with my homie Big Ant all the time, get to eat a gang of free chicken, sunrises, sunsets. That's a grimy ass parking lot, right? Somebody told me he found himself there because nobody didn't tell me. I heard it said that he found himself there because it was indeed the closest Roscoe's to the airport. I beg to differ with that. I couldn't imagine that it's closer than the Inglewood location. I don't know if someone told them the closest location was on Manchester, because I believe the Inglewood one is on or off Manchester as well, just way further west. And somehow they got confused. But they told me the boy PNB Rock used to stayed out here for a while, so I couldn't imagine him getting confused. I wonder if, at first I wondered if what Sauce Walker said about he fought for his jury and he ain't going, he ready to die for it. I wondered if that kind of motivated Cuz actions.
Peace,
I heard an interview he did recently for passing. He was talking about going through something similar in Los Angeles. And although he didn't go extra rah-rah, I guess whenever the people tried to get at him the last time and he finessed his way up out of a confrontation, it seems as he was talking to academics kind of boastfully, like they realized I ain't on that. He wasn't being too bold, but he was kind of insinuating that due to the way he reacted, responded, and the way he stood firm, is how he avoided a tragic situation last time. And I believe he's sadly mistaken. I believe he grew comfortable because he had encounters that looked like they could go there and they didn't quite go there. And I believe he probably developed in his mind that he had kind of figured out the formula to finesse his way out here. So I just can only imagine someone coming in that restaurant. He's already been approached in similar fashion, and it went where he did actually get got. And so I can imagine there would be some resistance to some degree. Whether he said when the dudes got him last time, he kind of like fanned them on. I wonder if he tried to be nonchalant and take his time versus aggressive, thinking that the person was playing, and then they just like, let him know what it was. I hear a lot of speculation as to what part, if any, his girlfriends posting their food and their address play. Now, on my mama, of course, you can't say it was directly
Momo B12.
Connected.
Grand Rising, Queen. You want to hit the link? You hit the link and come up here, and you can tell you can speak on it too, Queen.
They say she gave up her address an hour prior to the incident. I don't know. I don't have a clue. Just like you. However, it is not beyond the scope of reasoning that when she posted that address, somebody realized where they were and somebody came after them, because that is highly likely. It is also highly likely that showing up right there in a Maybach with
or she did
large amount of material in your body could have just
that's what they said. They said that he posted a picture before she did. She posted a picture after him.
But I was saying
that's what I'm saying. Like you can't. If the police is saying that he posted a picture, if she posted a picture after, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, the baby moms did it." It don't make no fucking sense. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. The police has got all the information. They tell him everything. They're like, yeah, you know what I mean? He was followed. They waited out in the car. They saw him sit down and eat, and they went inside and robbed him. That's exactly what happened. They fouled the nigga. He probably didn't see. He was probably lacking, probably paying no attention to himself. He just driving. You know what I mean? Niggas like, oh, he just got out. He went in the store. He sat there and waited. They see the niggas. They're like, oh, this nigga ain't even ordering and leaving. This nigga sitting down and eating. Oh, we about to get this nigga.
That could be too. But then also, I want you. We're not playing this nigga, right? I want y'all to hear what he think about us. What these West Coast niggas think about us, bro. And then we go the whole topic.
Some might slip, some might get away. You can be out here, get away one time, and then look the next time. I don't know what it is about non-locals that feel like it's worth it to them to come and test this energy out here. Even like Sauce Walker, shout out to him, salute to him. If he really was a victim of an attempted robbery and he went, rogue and vigilante and fought the dude off and survived, shout out to him. Unfortunately, the exception to the rule does not indicate that that's the way it should go out here, y'all. I'm not bragging on LA being like that. Digitalized, not at all. I'm just observing whether it's right or wrong, good or bad, is not what I am attempting to establish. We can all agree it's some bullshit. It's fucked up. But at the same time,
if
I know I'm on the outside of a cage where there's a whole bunch of bears or lions, regardless if they deserve to be there, regardless if I feel like I have the right to travel through this path without these cage animals impeding my progress, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go around that cage and go the long way. I'm not gonna say, man, that ain't right. They shouldn't have put this cage right here. That's too done. And they bet, and I'm gonna jump in there with them lions and them bears and take my chances. Guess what? You might make it. You might survive.
Into these low-level gangbangers, man.
That you won't. And that's what it is out here in La La Land. Ain't nobody saying that, hey, you guaranteed not to make it. Ain't nobody saying that it should be so difficult to make it. All we saying is, hey, check it out. Us natives out here who not part of the problem, even if we once were, who no longer are, we are aware of what it is. Guess what? Beware of dogs. It's piranhas over there. Don't feed the bears. If y'all want to keep taking it upon yourself to think shit don't stink, to be the one to prove you bigger than what it is because of what it should be, I believe that we will continue to see events similar to this at a high rate. I just can't understand the dude's rationale.
See, the reason why I fuck LA, because I got some peoples out there, but also too, my boy, his peoples is out there. You know what I mean? And my boy, he tell me all they do is show
Biggie got killed on Fairfax. Biggie got killed on Wilshire and Fairfax. After that, we ain't get the facts, so I bulletproof the Lambo, holla tip the ammo. Shout out to my nigga Guest from Brooklyn. But yeah, what make y'all think that that's a safe environment? Y'all see what just happened in Beverly Hills? I'm not saying we competing, going for the crown, the trophy, but before we can even get over the shock of the Quando, we had a Sauce Walker affiliated incident. Then there was another dude, kind of like in LA. I can't even call his name. Thank you, from Chicago. That didn't even get much coverage.
Sauce Walker was pump faking, man.
Check this out. Now let me get this nigga off the screen. Let me say this real quick. Check this out. Yeah. You saying we can't go nowhere, LA, and be safe, but when y'all come to the East Coast, we take y'all niggas to extravagant restaurants. We take y'all to the hottest club. We get y'all the best pussy. We give y'all the best drinks and weed. Y'all sniff coke, you get the best cocaine, the yayo. You get everything. We treat y'all like fucking, like y'all brothers. We go over there, we can't even go to the store, get a fucking chicken sandwich, nigga.
Yo, listen, that nigga fronting. That nigga fronting. Like I said, ain't a low-level gangbanger, man. That nigga just talking out his ass, too. You know what I mean? Because like I said, bro, you already know, you know what I mean, my boy True, bro. He be in LA all the time. and they show them nothing but love out there, bro.
And my little cousin Push be in LA all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm shout out to friends. You know what I'm saying? He be in LA all the time. They show him nothing but love.
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. Not everybody like that, my nigga. Not everybody don't feel that way. You know what I mean? You just got a small few, and we just can't. You know what I mean? You just can't be like fuck everybody. You know what I mean? Because it's probably.
I'm not saying fuck everybody. I'm saying fuck the niggas that think they could control. Nigga, you can't even. Yo, check this out. You can't. You don't even own no property out there. You broke ass niggas.
And even that though, too, God. Yo, listen. Half them niggas is probably getting extorted by their gang. You know what I mean?
Right.
Niggas that's talking. Like Spider Look probably still getting extorted by his gang. They probably making him pay up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, these niggas is getting extorted by their own gang, my nigga. That's why they don't see nothing wrong with it. They looking like, well, nigga, we can't wear a chain. How come y'all think I can come over here and wear a chain?
Yeah, but no, you on some real shit, because that's usually how it is, man. Like what I was trying to tell everybody. This shit's fucked up the way they even think that way. But like they say, that's why they use the saying nobody's bigger than the program, because basically they say, nigga, you too bigger than everybody else, nigga. We gotta take you down, because you're not supposed to be like that. And that's the fucked up part. That's where niggas don't realize. It's just like shit in the Hells Angels. Motherfucker got to sign with the Hells Angels. You got to sign over your bike. You got to leave your bike when you leave. Like, motherfuckers don't know it's certain things that you like. Why would you join some shit like that? But then that's some people got their own thing, I guess.
Yeah, nigga, True, my boy True. He be telling me, man, and you know what I mean. His set is in LA, so he's East Coast. You know what I mean? But my boy be telling me, like, you know what I mean? He show him nothing but love. He never felt like, was never no violation or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? And he put me on to a lot of the politics that be going on. Again, even though he live on the East Coast, his set is on the West Coast. So regardless of the fact that he's on the East Coast, when he goes over there, he still has to follow by their politics. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt. And everybody know who True is. Shit, True solidified. Again, that's like True. He solidified in the East Coast all the way back to history. Everybody know. But when he go over there, that history will carry him over, but he still got to tap in to the land so he can be protected. And like they said, like when you look at certain shit, it's like, my nigga, like, if you're a celebrity in his own right, to me, I look like this. If you're a celebrity anyway, you fool. Like, fuck what you talking. If you a celebrity and you want to be a part of the hood, which is sad, you have to move according. Like Jimmy, right? You see Jimmy down there, but he got all his niggas down there. He's gonna always have somebody around him that he knows, got his back. I'm not going nowhere to go sit down and eat. And here's one thing, and I get it, and like you said, it's right. We should be able to go everywhere. But my nigga, if you know that and you got a 2-year-old child with you, that's the first thing you should be thinking about anyway. That's just me. My babies is the first. I'm gonna take them to the most fun, kid-friendly place before I take them to the most hoodest place.
But again,
all right, y'all. I want y'all to hear something real quick. I'm gonna put it up. I want you to hear something. This is one of the LA niggas talking about it against one OGs.
I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got bankrolls and all that old shit, bro. But you go get enough, man, of dangling a steak in front of pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is our mother, you know what I'm saying? Our bravado is gonna do nothing to me. My ain't gonna take it from me. Bro, over a $2,500 watch, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm not talking about, he's gonna come fire on you or he gonna come print. No, he will over a $2,500 watch, and he's not even gonna sell it. He's gonna wear it. You know?
Real shit. That's real.
How you don't got no blower, bro? How you just run around $100,000 for jewelry, $50,000, $200,000, whatever worth of jewelry, sitting in restaurants in South Central Los Angeles, the gang capital of the world? Can they come holler at you, bro? All them out there. You think somebody ain't gonna come holler at you about all this shit you got on your neck? These big diamonds you got on your watch and all this other shit, bro. You just sit here eating in somebody's neighborhood and think somebody ain't gonna come holler at you, man. I don't know nothing about this boy. I ain't never heard no music, but it's I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's just because it happens like all the time, bro. Every time I look up, bro, the rate for rappers is at an all-time high, like all-time high. Like rapping got to be the most dangerous motherfucking occupation in the world, for sure in the United States, my nigga. But what to me is, how come you don't have a blower? A blower costs $600. You got $600 worth of jewelry. You ain't got a $600 burner. You know what I'm saying? You sitting in the game capital of the world with $100K worth of jewelry, living, but you ain't got a blower. You ain't got a little homie tucked in the back with the blower. Like, bro.
That nigga spit nothing but facts.
No, hold on. He's saying a lot of shit that's real. But let me also say something. These niggas are saying it's effed up, but then they're saying all this little slick sly shit. And yo, OG, it's not about us getting on the West Coast because of PNB Rock. It's about us getting on y'all because y'all murdered every black rapper that's not from out there. Y'all got your body killers up here. Y'all murdered Biggie.
But remember, even when they said it, even with Biggie, right? Biggie didn't want to go out there. That's some puffy shit. What I'm saying is, okay.
Listen, bro, we can't keep giving these niggas excuses, bro.
No, I'm not giving nobody excuses like this, bro. If we know that, now listen to what we said, and the niggas know that. What is so special about going there when it's everywhere else in the world? That's what I'm saying. It should be when niggas say, you know what, we ain't going over there for a while. Fuck it. But you know what? The problem is, just like them niggas, they make all this bread, they take their ass to Cali. They want to go around the palm trees and the beaches. And everybody on the West Coast, you don't even goddamn go in the water because it's cold. The water's warm on the East Coast.
Well, it's not even really that too much neither. Some of it, what you're saying is true, but a lot of niggas move because they scared they're going to get killed in their hometown.
Yeah.
See, there you go. See what I'm saying?
I'm going to go out here where niggas don't know me, and I'm going to chill, and I'm going to be okay. But again, just because you don't think that there's not a hood in every state, nigga, it's a hood in every state.
Facts.
There's hood niggas everywhere.
That's right.
I'm just trying to figure out when I listen to this. I've been listening to these West Coast dudes talk since it happened. I live in Philly. This is what I'm trying to understand. I can't even let my son go down to the corner recreation center because the gangs is killing each other every day. When is people like us gonna come out and publicly just shame gang culture, period, and call them niggas traitors? It's like I'm listening to everybody talk, and we'll say everything, but what we're supposed to say. It's like we still want to protect the people in our community. Like it's black men killing black men. Like you literally got to hire white security guards to protect your body from other black men. That's what we. When are we going to say? When are we going to take responsibility and say these people right here, right? We know the system don't give us justice, but we don't have. We can't go like get vigilante justice to clean up our community. So the only way to do it is say, listen, these dudes right here that's killing black men, they are enemies. They not our people, man. You're not our people. When we going to do it?
Well, you want to know why? This is why. I'm going to tell you why. Because are you going to turn your son in? Or are you turning your cousin? Or are you going
Yes, absolutely. You know why? I'm going to tell you why I will. The way I think and live now as a 47-year-old grown man. If my cousin is in my community and he's out killing somebody, right? And he kills your brother or your dad, my family got to still live in that same community, man. Like we got to get to a point where we got to start shaming this shit. You kill another black man, you are a fucking traitor. We got to put this on our people, man. I got to worry about a black man killing my son, not a black man, not the whole people.
And you're right, George, on that too, man. Because at the end of the day, that's our biggest downfall. We don't want to instead of in our community, Crime Stoppers should be bigger than the motherfucker. But guess what? Motherfuckers don't want to say that because they like, oh man, you gonna tell on the nigga, but the nigga down the street steady stealing and killing and selling dope and poisoning the community. But nobody want to say nothing. But like you say, we need to shame them by telling the police, get them the fuck out of here.
Yes.
That's the whole thing, right? What's the first thing everybody's saying in the song? What's the first thing everybody's saying in the interview? Oh, Nick, don't snitch. Don't snitch. And niggas is out, yo, listen, you got working niggas that be in a job talking about something, yo, be careful, he a snitch. Nigga, this is the job. Nigga.
You know what? You know where that come from, though? You know where that come from, bro? That come from, we know historically we never got justice from the justice system. We psychologically and rightfully so don't trust the justice system. So because of that, it was a period of time when you always had criminality in the black community, but it was kept underground. It was shamed. Like you left citizens and regular people alone. Nowadays, all the lines are blurred. That don't exist no more. So what I'm saying, when it gets to a point where you got it, where my son can't go to the rec center because he might get killed, you ain't my brother. You're not my brother. No, like if you gonna shoot my daughter because she walking down the street with some dude that you after, you're not gonna say, you know what, he with his mom or a girl, give him a pass. You just gonna go just unload on everybody. This nigga gotta go.
No, you're right. You're right. And that's the problem we having. Because like you said, even at a job, we go in a job just like, think about it. We get to the point, like you said, with your kids, nigga, it's to the point where you're a victim in your own home. You become a victim of your own home. The home that you purchase and pay bills on, you can't go nowhere because some nigga down the street that ain't got no home, ain't paid no bills, and tell you can't come down here.
Oh, I'm snitching.
That's what I'm saying. These niggas on, like I said, these niggas on their own property, and they killing motherfuckers, man. You kill them over your property. You don't own that street. You don't own that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Just think of the people that was in that Chicken and Waffles. Think of that black man that had to sit there and apply pressure to him and try to tell him to stay alive, right? Think of the PTSD and the stuff our people go through. Like I grew up in Philly, bro. You know how many times I've been in public places and people and got shot up, or you come outside, how many dead bodies I saw?
Jersey, same thing.
Right, going to school in the morning, man. Like my thing is, I'm clinically diagnosed with PTSD because, like I said, I done seen so many. At 47, I done seen so many murders, bro. Just dead bodies in the street, motherfuckers with their mouth open, their eyes open, just dead. So what I'm saying is, when we were growing up, for the most part, there was a rule where you knew civilians and stuff was off limits, right? I'm saying, and we knew that snitching can get you killed, right? Because there was lines where you stayed out of the gangsters' business. Mind your business. Nowadays, with the social media, there is no more, like, those, all that shit is gone, bro. So now, as a grown man, mature grown man, I don't want my son shooting any one of y'all sons. I'm raising my son not to shoot y'all son.
Right, or breaking your house.
Yeah, we live in a community today where your son can kill a motherfucker and the whole family. Your son can kill TV's Fake's family, and that family can still live in the community. With that other, no, everybody gotta go. Your son killed my son. Your family gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right.
That's we gotta have.
And a lot of it comes from them sensitizing us when it came out with the boards in the hood. Well, think about it. They don't show movies in their neighborhood where violence is always prevalent. And that's the problem. It's almost like the not seeing stuff that sensitized you. Now it becomes the norm. And like you said, it should have never been the norm. The first time motherfuckers do it, just like white folk. You come in their neighborhood and they don't want you in there, they'll vote your ass out of the motherfucker.
Well, for one, the biggest thing is we need tough gun laws. Like, these niggas right now don't give a fuck about going to jail. These niggas caught in the killings and posting it online now. This is how blatant niggas is now. Like, this niggas don't even give a fuck. Police don't got to do no work no more, man. They don't got to go outside, ride around. All they got to do is get a whisper of a nigga name and go to his Instagram account or his Facebook.
That's it. Can I keep it real with you, though, bro? Because I be doing this shit online for years. Like, it ain't even got nothing to do with the laws, man, respectfully. Like, we had the 86 Controlled Substance Act, man, that gave us the 101 crack laws to put us in jail, not the 94 crime. We had the 88, like, we always had hardcore-ass laws. The problem that we have in the black community is the black community's refusal to take responsibility for our own criminality. We won't shame the behavior because we too afraid to to call out our brothers, our uncles, our cousins, the people in our community. We won't shame them. It's so bad where I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I could have shot a motherfucker at 1 o'clock, went and got some pussy, and went to my mama house and went to sleep. Nobody would say nothing. Nobody gonna tell. But I could have been a stone cold killer, putting niggas in the trunk. Listen, who in the community really, when you were degenerate, I mean, your community really going to excommunicate you from the hood? You actually celebrated for being a real nigga.
But see, the thing was different back in the day, though, bro. We had structure back in our day, right? You just couldn't go and shoot a nigga blocker back in the day. Let's be realistic about that.
I agree.
We had structure. You know what I mean? To even kill a nigga, depending on what block he lived on or who he ran with, you had to get permission because you had real killers out there. And again, what they killed for was different. They killed over their family and their money. It wasn't about the bullshit what these niggas is on now.
But you know what we didn't
know? The older niggas is putting the battery and these little niggas back. It's the older niggas. It's the niggas our age that's coming home from jail doing 20 years and 30 years, giving these little niggas guns and telling them to go rob niggas, put in that work.
But you know the mistake we made, what we didn't know 25, 30 years ago? While we was running the streets, getting money, because we come from the era where the blocks was doing 40, 50,000 a day. Especially if you live in the big cities like Philly, New York, where you got a bunch of people like block to block doing 40, 50 a day. So we making so much money back then, right? A lot of us had a bunch of babies. We went to jail. A lot of niggas got killed. We went to jail because they had those laws set in place to lock us up. Who raised the generation of kids, bro? Nobody. So when we had structure, they had no structure because people like us and the older generation before me was gone. But I can go back to 97 and all that, man. You going from city to city, man, banging different chicks. A lot of us got babies in other states.
Yep.
I mean, it's just like, but we couldn't foresee the future because we was young ourselves and it was a different time. Like I come from a time when guys 21, 25 was riding around in Lamborghinis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that don't exist now when it comes from the street stuff. So, and I always tell my sons and them, y'all had to be there to see it to even understand what I'm saying. So we birthed a generation of degenerate kids because a lot of us wasn't there to raise them. And a lot of us made babies that we was never there because Cancun weekend, Memorial Day weekend, man, a lot of girls got pregnant, man.
Man, Black Beach weekend.
Yeah. We keep it all the way 1,000. Like this is the reason why I take this so personal. I'm so passionate about it because this generation is our children, man. This right here we complain about. If we're gonna be honest as men and women, is a reflection of our failures because this is what we gave birth to, man. This is our children.
Right. OG, George Macon. Can I suggest something? From someone from the younger generation, right? I know a lot of dudes that are completely afraid of going to the military, but they in the streets at the same time. If, let's say, with the laws, right, if you want to commit crime, it's mandatory that you had to go to the military now. I almost can guarantee that's going to stop a lot of the crime because most dudes don't want to go. They don't want to see real war. They don't want to see real bloodshed like that on that level. And I think that will provide a lot of structure to a lot of the guys who had maybe fractured households growing up. It could show them something that could guide them in the right way. That's just something I want to throw out there.
Well, back in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, when between Philadelphia and New York was the gang capital at the time. LA wasn't popping as strong like that. It was more East Coast and Midwest. When you got locked up, my uncle got locked up for shooting 6 people at a gang fight. I think back in '69 here in Philly, and that's how he ended up in the military. They offered you jail or military back then.
Yep. Yo, listen, man, you get 5 years for a gun, my nigga. 5 years, B. That ain't shit. You ain't even doing the whole 5 years. You're doing maybe about 2. You come out with 3 years probation.
In Jersey, you get 5 years for a gun, you're doing 5 years.
Jersey,
I like to say a couple of things.
But you know what? One of the big.
Hold on. Let Johnny speak. Let Johnny speak real quick.
All right. The rap industry has had a lot of gang members in it. And the gang culture has had an effect on the rap industry. So to ask people to just turn their back on gangs when some of their favorite rappers are gang members.
Yep.
It's like insane. Now, the brother pointed out about the desensitization of the people. Now, I'm a person who took a life, so I know how it feels to be on the other side of it, the taker, and not care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yep.
we have to get to that point where we value life. Now, I value life now, but we have to get to the point we have to teach these youngsters to value life, not just their own life or the life of their loved ones, but life in general. The bum on the street that you don't know. You have to value his life, not thinking that, well, if he live or die, if he dies, not a big deal because he's not good for the society. We have to look at it like everybody has a value. And we have to actually acknowledge that so that we won't take a life like it's nothing. Like sometimes we see people kill people like they would kill a bug and don't think none of it. You know, when it comes time to pay the piper, as far as the justice system, they may feel remorse that they got caught, but they're not thinking about the actual person and the family. And I'm saying this from personal knowledge. You know what I'm saying? When I got locked up, I didn't think about the victim.
No,
I thought about how it's going to be with me, my family, my girl. You know, I was selfish with it. It took years for me to realize, like, yo, you killed somebody for nothing. Like, it was small. And yo, some people, like, if you really are big like that, you ready to pop your gun? Be a bodyguard, man.
You know what, Johnny? You know what, Johnny? If you go back to when we was young, like if you live in LA, New York City, like you look at the murder rates like 1992, 30 years ago, right? LA, just in LA alone, they was having like 1,200 homicides. The whole county, LA County, was like 2,500. New York City was having like 2,500. Philly, which would be a barrel to New York, was having over 500, right?
Don't forget Jersey. Don't forget New York and Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, I'm all of that. Just that East Coast corridor. Period. Murder game was everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of us was getting caught up in a lot of shit. I'll just say that. A lot of us was getting caught up in a lot of shit and had to fight cases and trials to where we could be here today talking. Mm-hmm. So what happens is the reason why I spoke when I said we gave birth to this generation. What's going to have to happen? What I always teach in my organization, that we can complain all day about racism, white supremacy, and what the white man has done. The way that we combat that now is we have to use our words as adults, because we know better now, to shame culture to a point where it becomes a thing across the country. We got to keep saying it. You kill another black man, you are a traitor. We got to say it every day till the young people start saying it. You have to put those words and that energy out there to the point where it becomes a thing in a movement. The same way they give you, the same way they gave us gangster rap. They start everything that we was doing in the streets that we didn't put in the music. Once they put in the music, we start chanting it every day. So when we heard Coogee rap, if there's a record for killing the most niggas, I'm breaking it. I got a Tech 9 with me. I'm listening to that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's what we already doing. We got to start putting those type of words in our mouth every day. You kill another black man, you a traitor. To the point where that's in the subconscious mind of our people. That's how you fight against this shit. Because every time we kill each other, our dysfunction is economically profitable for other people. That's why they won't stop it. So the way you combat that is we got to start changing our language to the point our communication. This is how you do it. You kill a black man, you are a traitor. Gangbangers are traitor to the black community. You got to shame them to the point when they look around, they have no more protection from the community.
Genocide.
Yes, you got to shame it with words. And to a point across social, see how across social media, real quick, they said everybody blamed the girl real fast, but nobody said death to gangbang culture. They just blamed the girl and made excuses for him being with. Okay, he shouldn't have been there, but why? He got to worry about he was killed by another black man. How many black men have been killed in LA since 1980 through gangbanging? See, this is what don't nobody want to talk about.
Right. No, you're right, because again, they they brought in and they chanted in during that time. Remember, program wise, stop snitching. Yep. Stop snitching, stop snitching. They even wore stop snitching signs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a crime went on, don't tell.
Yep. We got to use our words. You kill a black man, you are a traitor. See, we got to listen. We know what the system to do, the police, systematic racism. But one thing we got to worry about what we can fix as a black father. A lot of us up here are black fathers. I worry the same way my father worried now. And we got to put that so if you kill another black man, you are a traitor. Period.
Outside of just that, though, shouldn't the black men of the community go straight to the people that's doing the killing? And as far as policing ourselves, like, look, y'all did the killing. Now we're gonna come together as the men in the community and physically stop y'all from doing the killing. I know a lot of people got their own families and things that they got to worry about, but it's gonna have to be the men to physically stop other men from killing one another. Because after the act, yeah, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna discuss it, but we still have to have the beforehand. You feel me? So it's like do the act. Now everyone is in the uproar and we're all discussing it. But when we all know that people have to.
You breaking up, man. You breaking up.
Breaking up, Buck.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. As the men, right? We should go to the people who are the problem and damn near round them up. Like, look, this is not going to happen anymore. We can't allow it anymore. Enough is enough. Because they hear, it's plenty, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that's in the streets right now on this live, hearing what we talking about. And in the back of their mind, think, man, I don't give a fuck what these niggas talking about, dog. That nigga down the street, I smoke with him. Fuck him. If he come around me, dog, it is what it is. So for the men that know that, go to the people straight up. All right, y'all gotta warn it. Either stop it now, or if you do it again, the whole community coming at. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
All right, if the warning is now, either stop it now. If something else occurs, then we all gotta have to come together and get y'all up out of here. At this
Let
point.
me tell you something. We got to police our own community. We've been supposed to police our own community. We need no white boy police. We should be policing ourselves as strong black men and women, period. So what we need to do, right? Like I said, they say we can't come to LA and have fun. We said they can't come back east to have fun. What if we all just get together and do a million youth march again, and we take that shit to LA where all the dead rappers are falling, where all the from everywhere. Yeah. Dead rappers from LA getting murdered too. It's not just the East Coast. It's LA too. They getting murdered out there too. We just don't hear about it because they're not popular. You dig? We go out there and we walk out there like we did in Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? We bring the brothers together. You know what I mean?
And you know what, King? That's something deep too. Because at the end of the day, like we always talk on the East Coast, it's more conscious. On the West Coast, it's not as conscious. I think that's where the division is. Because like you said, on the East Coast, like us right now, because it's one brother, we don't know him. But as a black man, consciously, we're like, damn, this brother was on the rise. Over there, they don't have the same motivation as it would be on the East Coast or in the South, because there's most of them niggas get out of jail. Most of them don't know what the fuck to do.
Well, I'll say this, right? It's two things, alluding to what the young brother said. You've had brothers that's tried to go in and step to the killers and stuff. This is the problem, though. A lot of OGs that ran streets or had clout. The reason why they can't really go out and do that because the feds have put a RICO charge on them. What happens is if you live in Jersey, places like Newark, where they have active gangs, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Philly, and you went out, somebody is an echo.
Turn this around.
That's the new guy coming. You got to mute up.
Get back right now, bro.
Yo, what's good, dog?
You got to mute up, Tracy.
Mute up.
Hi.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, they'll hit you with a RICO charge. Like if some of the big OGs came out and really start taking back control of the streets, you gotta remember, Black Dysfunction is a well-organized, multi-billion-dollar machine for other groups economically.
That's a fact.
Out and you start galvanizing the people and getting them together, the first thing they're going to say is you're indulging in criminal activity. They've done it here in Philly. That's why they locked up a lot of the main influencers. Number two, I'm cool with the march, but I would say this, right? Because that would be needed. But before you create the march, what we got to do countrywide with the social media now, because remember, our grandparents and them created movements without social media. We got to put words in the consciousness of the people. Black man kill another black man, you are a traitor to your people. We got to have people saying that. I mean, it got to be on shirts. We got to have all kinds of sayings that actually bring our people together and uplift our people. Shame, bad behavior, death to real nigga culture. We got to have that kind of stuff to the point where it become a thing, to the point where our young people is even saying it now. The same way our young people is singing the deaf culture music out when they outside playing, dribbling the basketball, jumping rope. We got to have that type of thing. We got the ability to create it. We just got to have the heart to do it. That's how. So once you start getting the younger people involved in the movements of the way the older people think, the trajectory of the community changes. So we got to use our words to shame culture countrywide. It got to go on shirts, hats. It got to become a thing, a fashionable thing. Black man kill another black man, you are traitor to your people. That got to bring shame. Because if a black man is not in a position where he's building something, and if he doesn't, he feels shamed for not achieving and building, then you got a destructive community. So we got to change the trajectory of the way our young boys think, because they're building, but they're building for other people and killing each other. That's an economic stimulus package for everybody else but the black community. Black death. So we got to look at this thing from a capitalistic perspective. Everybody benefits from black death, man, but us. That's why they won't stop it. It's a multi-billion-dollar machine. They won't let you come over their community to do it, but they'll come to your community and set up shop and all the businesses and watch us burn to hell. So we got to combat that. Is we got to use our words to change the consciousness of the community and then take actions based off of that.
Hey, yo, can I say something real quick, Johnny? First of all, top of the morning, good morning to everybody.
Hey, salute.
Hey, but look, let me tell you where a lot of this start with. A lot of this starts with us as individuals, and let me tell you what I mean by that. You could walk by a brother, you ain't never seen that brother before a day in your life. That nigga will look like you, like he'll look at you like you done just spit on him. If he say you looking at him funny, that nigga is ready to kill you. And then when you put that as a whole, like for example, like I'm gonna just use the Cali. Like if another nigga say, man, F Front Hood Crips. Now the Front Hood Crips is ready to go kill that nigga his whole set off. But then when the white man come through, that energy ain't the same. See, we got destructive energy when it comes to each other, but we don't have that energy for the people that we actually need to have it towards. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why people are trying to jack hip hop right now. We was too friendly with people instead of us letting them know that we're inviting you into this. We let them come in and now they feel like they could just take it. They don't want to give the blacks the credit for even taking it now because we so divided.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
To the point where they even got hip hop classes, twerking classes. They just
there you go. You see what I'm saying? This is what the energy that we have towards each other. We don't have that for everybody else. We ain't talking about just in Cali. We talking about period. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really look at how we act towards each other, instead of you, if I see a dude, I give him a head nod, a salute, whatever. But another nigga, I might have on a blue and white t-shirt and the nigga ready to kill me because I got on the wrong color. But it ain't the wrong color, nigga. It ain't the color, it's the man. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. This is the energy that we have towards each other, period. I mean, everything y'all saying is valid, but it starts with us as individuals. You walk out the house, you know, with that energy, like, man, F this nigga. Or if a nigga look at me wrong, or if a nigga, I'll kill a nigga if I got to. That's the energy that we got towards each other. You know what I'm saying? Just really look at it, bro. When y'all out and about today, look at a brother in the bro. You could actually speak to a brother. They might not even speak back to you. You know what I'm saying?
For real. That's not
So
gangster.
right. So this is what I'm saying. It ain't. I mean, it's an accumulation of everything. But if you as an individual already got it in your head that it's F your brother, then bro, that's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything y'all saying is valid, but I think I'm gonna say this too. I think that LA is getting a lot of unfair criticism when you can go anywhere and get robbed. You can go anywhere and get killed. It just so happens that the spotlight is on LA. But niggas can't tell me that nobody ain't never done got robbed and killed in Brooklyn, or robbed and killed in Detroit, or robbed and killed in the Bronx, or robbed and killed in Texas. Bro, that is a problem everywhere. If dude wasn't a rapper, we wouldn't even be hearing about this because it would be another statistic.
But that's
Okay?
the problem right there. Outside of him being a rapper, we should not be doing that to each other. Period.
That's a fact. That is a whole fact.
And
You know what I'm saying?
I know for me personally, I'm younger than y'all. I've been in the streets. I used to do some of the same nonsense. It took older dudes, old heads to come to me. Even the OGs on the block would come to me like, yo, young, come here real quick. Sometimes I was one of them little knucklehead niggas. Man, I'm not trying to hear nothing y'all talking about. Nah, man, come here. I finally sit down and listen. Yo, you ain't even got to move like that, yo. If I can see what you doing, what you think them folk can see? If you obvious like that, you think they don't know what you're doing? It took old heads to really sit me down and really talk to me and make me listen. And then once I start getting the knowledge, I start giving it to my guys. Like, look, we ain't got to move like that, y'all. It's a different way we can go out here and conduct ourselves. We ain't gotta walk around with the mean mug. If I see another black man, I'm smiling. Hey, yo, how you doing, sir? Then I try to change my entire demeanor. There's certain people that will still look at you a way that you came up, but it's up to us. Like you said in the beginning, we got to change ourselves. Outside of this situation, we
Bruh,
got to make sure.
Look at Btbtv. If he was out here acting a fool and out here wilding out, everybody would be praising him. When he was in jail for whatever crazy stuff he did, he probably got a lot of praise. Now that he's trying to be positive, trying to go in another direction, I guarantee you he probably got more haters now than he ever had in his life, just because he's trying to be positive.
That's true. That's very true.
Salute,
But
kid.
Individually, I would say like some of the people I know that's still doing nonsense, I go to them and try to encourage them to stop the nonsense. You feel me? Because if they know I'm coming from the same place they came from, damn, bro, I'm proud of you, dog. Yo, you been doing your thing. Watch your back. Nah, even if I do gotta watch my back, I'm still telling
But guess
you, bro,
what, big dog? But here's another problem. Here's another problem we got, big dog. Ain't nobody gonna gravitate towards you. Like, just look at social media. Everybody gravitating towards that bullshit Whack doing. Everybody, look at how many videos. Every time you turn on and log on to your YouTube, you see 1,000 different videos on some crazy shit Whack talking about, or something like you see what I'm saying? We are too quick to gravitate towards drama and BS. You see what I'm saying? Really look, ain't nothing positive about that Clubhouse shit. That's why I don't even fool with it really no more. Ain't nothing positive about that. Everybody talking about pull up this and that. It ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas in there going at it with a bunch of other niggas.
Bunch of
you know
weirdos.
What I'm saying? And then that shit spills off. That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit Whack. That's on him. He's standing alone with that. West Coast niggas ain't about that. Y'all seen enough of that. But I'm saying everybody is gravitating towards that, and you get more negativity than you get positivity, because it seems like everybody is drawn towards that negative energy. That's what we gotta change.
Well, then we gotta make positivity popular again.
But we gotta stop making them videos about. I mean, I understand everybody that's doing certain things for their clicks and views, but it's like, damn, when you keep putting all that stuff out there in the ether, a lot of people are gonna adapt that mindset. Let me tell you what social media did, in my opinion. It gave a lot of people voices that probably shouldn't have no voice because they out here spitting a lot of nonsense.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody think to let this YouTube fame go to their head. Dudes that was nobody all of a sudden discovered a YouTube channel. Now they all of a sudden all world everything. They all listen. They hold down the whole state. You can't come to my state. I mean, come on, man. We got to do better with that, man. You know, collectively. You know what I'm saying? Individually, you got a few brothers. You know what I'm saying? But collectively, it's way more negative energy than positive energy out here for us. Like I say, a nigga want to pull up on you. All you got to do is disagree with a brother. You don't even have to know that, man. You could just have a difference of opinion and a nigga ready to pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? You just don't see it the way he see it, but now he mad at you. Oh, that nigga ain't. Well, what? Why because I disagree with you? That means I'm a mark? I'm a punk because I got a difference of opinion? Man, come on, man. We can do better than that. I'm not finna lose. If I say something and anybody on this panel disagree with me, that's cool. I'm not finna lose no sleep, and I still got to get on that forklift every morning. So why the hell would I be mad at anybody who disagree with me? We can have a difference of opinion and still be cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I don't think Biggie is the greatest rapper of all time, but that shouldn't mean nobody should be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's all these rappers out here, I don't have to think Biggie is the greatest. It's a million rappers. But see, guess what? If I don't think Big is the greatest of all time, niggas is mad. I think Tupac is better than Nas, but guess what? Everybody will get mad at me. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But why get mad at me because of my goddamn opinion?
Nigga, you don't think Tupac better than Nas. Stop fronting.
No, yes, hey, look. Hey, look, real talk. I think Pac make better music. I didn't say he was a better lyricist. I'm just saying when you pull out the catalogs, I like Pac catalog better. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I like his beats better.
See what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go, right there. You see what I'm saying? We got that energy right there. We ain't nobody in here cussing, yelling, and all that. Look at what these dudes be doing.
That's why I banned them.
See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Niggas can't even just get on here and have a conversation without somebody coming with that. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That right there.
What you say, that's exactly what you've been saying.
That right there, bro. Look at this nigga. This nigga finna have an aneurysm. Ain't nobody even heard that shit, but look at the energy that he got.
But
and what's crazy, when the streets come to them niggas,
how Nip said though, let them goofy niggas be on goofy time, yo. He just wanted attention. And the reason why he wanted attention is because he know we gonna stop our build to pay attention to his dumb ass. Let that nigga be where he at.
So listen. So I'm gonna be the first one to stand up and hold account. We want to apologize to the people in the chat for that black man that came on here yelling because again,
that was 6'9", bro. That was no black man. That was 6'9". Sound like a Mexican. Sound like 6'9".
But I'm saying no, man. I mean, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I think Sugar Ray Leonard was a better boxer than Floyd Mayweather, but nigga want to be mad at me for saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we just have differences of opinions. That's it. It ain't nothing else. Should nobody lose no sleep because people have differences of opinion. We're not robots. We're not going to think the same. We're all going to have our own ideas, period. As long as they positive and it's something you could build on, I ain't got no problem with that. That's all as simple as that, man. It's like we make life harder for ourselves than what it got to be. You know what I'm saying? We overcomplicate things with all this drama. We don't need to have this drama, bro. We sitting up here, we losing these little young artists, these little young up and coming artists that can make a difference in the community, bro. And bro, we just need to look at the bigger picture, man. We just need to have love for each other the way we got love for everybody else. All these other people come around, we show them all kind of love, but we can't show each other love for nothing. It hurts.
You know what I was saying? You know what I was saying earlier? I'm gonna cut you off. I was like, I noticed that only thing I don't like about the LA shit, and I got people LA, the only thing I don't like is they don't go to Mexicans the way they go each other.
Yeah, but you know what? That's true. That's true and false, bro. It's niggas do go at the Mexicans like that, bro. You gotta understand, all the prison riots that can happen, it's niggas and the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? It's the same on the street. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's true to a point. Niggas don't go at the Mexicans like we go at each other. But don't think that niggas ain't out here getting at the Mexicans, bro. See, that's a false, that's something that's false. If you ain't from out here, then a nigga wouldn't know that. Somebody could say that. But niggas do have that energy for them Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like the same prison rules. Like if you get into one of the Mexicans, it's certain people you got to go holler at before you just think you can go jump on them. Or else you're going to really start something. Innocent people going to get involved in that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's a little different. But don't think niggas don't be getting at the Mexicans too, bro. It goes down out here.
Can them same rules apply to just the average working black person? You know what I'm saying? Like
it should.
We shouldn't say that it's a certain set of politics when it comes to a different gang, but then we don't got that same politics for the average civilian. You feel me? If somebody touches a civilian and you in the streets, you should be disciplined. It should be a certain set of rules that now you got the answer to this, that, and the third. And I'm pretty sure that happens anyway, without it being said. I'm just saying when dudes do the most, it's like you dude made the whole block hot, man. For everybody. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
just
a fact.
we got to make sure that we keep them parameters in control.
Let me say something.
What?
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead, Big O. We hear you.
I hear everything that y'all saying, and I understand and agree that it's a mindset thing. You have to promote that people should feel ashamed of doing this, that, and the third. A lot of that has to be from more influential people. So meaning what I'm saying is, in order to get the widespread, it has to, like, let's say, for instance, a Snoop. I don't know if he's still in the gang, but a gang member or a former gang member says this. Somebody else that's a gang member or former gang member frowns on it and then makes that more of a popular thing. Now, as far as community-wise, like you're saying, let's run them out of the community, so on and so forth, the threat of violence is what keeps peace. I'm going to say that again. The threat of violence is what keeps peace. When you're dealing with governments and they're talking about, we're going to do this, that, and the third, the sanctions and all, people don't really care about sanctions. What they care about is you say, listen, I'm going to send a bomb over there and I'm going to blow something up. So, and they're like, okay, well, let's talk. Now, a lot of us can't afford to have our bluff called. Because when the threat of violence keeps peace, but if someone calls your bluff, you have to be ready to send out the missile. Now, when I was in prison and even before prison, when just like he said, when certain things happen, you have to get permission to do certain things. And if you don't get permission, then you take on the, whatever. And you have to have a structure with some type of hierarchy if you're going to be able to call them shots. But then with that structure and with that hierarchy comes the point where government will start calling you an organization, a criminal organization. So it's that's why I said some of us can't afford it. Could I go back to my old neighborhood, Edenwald, and put something together? I probably could. And it's not because I know the guys out there right now, because I don't. It's because I know someone who knows them. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, listen, they heard of me. And so my name wouldn't be foreign to them. They just don't know me.
Right.
But whatever they're doing, if I was to put myself above them, now I'm legally, as far as the law is concerned, they'll look at me as legally being accountable for the things that they do.
Yeah, you the shot caller. You the shot caller now.
Right, even though I have nothing to do with it. So these are the things that we have to think about when we're trying to put something together. You can have all the good intentions in the world, but then when they get you in front of a jury and say that you are controlling this section, and because it's not going to stop everything, it's not going to bring everything to a straight halt. So if I put myself in a position where they think I'm controlling the section and there's still stuff going on, they're saying it's going on with my blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, George Mickey. How you feel about what the brother just said, man? Because you've been quiet back there. I want you to speak your talk too, bro.
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna be back. I gotta unload this rebar truck, so I'm gonna holler at you, boy. I'm gonna get back with y'all if I can.
All right.
I bet.
As you see, I'm about my day too. See, I'm getting stuff for the vending machines.
All right. Yo, George Mickey, you there?
Yeah, I don't know where George at.
He got a mute. He must be doing something. Must be on the phone or something. But yeah. But Johnny, you're 100% right, yo.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with Johnny on that, man. It's going to take the people that's already, if the industry got these kids, or us as black men got these kids, especially the ones that on the TV screen every day got the stronghold and the big influence. We got to start going after those ones too and holding them accountable. You know what I'm saying? And saying, hey, you guys, you there to try to support everything else. But like people say, a lot of times they put them in them positions to put us in these situations too. You see what I'm saying? And that sometimes is fucked up because a lot of them promote that. A lot of them, at the end of the day, I tell everybody, it's the record label and the movie industry that have to make the final signature in order to pay. So they are paying them to push this out there. They don't got the money. If an artist ain't got no money, he signs a deal. But when he signs a deal, that videographer, he gets to put the shit in the back. That dude don't get to say nothing. Half the time they don't even know what they're putting there. All they want is just to be seen.
To build back on what the brother Johnny has said, even if you go to these people, right, and let's say you try to build a certain code of conduct so then other people can follow it. Instead of it being a leader thing, and I think George Macon said it, having to become a mindset, just keep it the code. Everyone knows that you got to follow this code so then all this other stuff doesn't continue to happen. I think that could literally dissolve the whole fact of them people trying to put you in front of a judge and, oh, yo, you the leader of this. It's like, no, I'm not no leader. This is a mindset thing. We all on this at the same time because we're cleaning up our own community. Are you standing in the way of us cleaning up our community? Because that means you're endorsing the crime. And if you're endorsing the crime, why are you locking people up at the same time? You can kind of flip that on them. I mean, I know people don't want to go through all that, but just have a code of conduct on how we're going to operate with one another.
Man, no, I'm gonna tell you what it is too, though, bro. Is that us as black men, a lot of these black men are scared of these young kids. Instead of chastising their discipline, we act like we scared these young boys. When we was growing up, them OGs in the hood put a foot in our ass when we doing some shit they do.
Right.
Am I lying, y'all? We know what it is.
Nah, you ain't lying.
We get a foot put in our ass when we do some shit these young boys do. And like I was saying, I was trying to blame the baby moms and nothing like that. But when I seen that DM, and I don't know if it's fake or real, but that shit just looked weird as hell, man. And I don't know if it's fake or real, but if that shit is real, man, that's some foul shit to say or do, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like I said again, but a lot of these dudes, man, are getting in no disrespect. They get with these females. These females really, they didn't have a bunch of females, or they might have had some, but then they get these IG models. They get these chicks that want to be seen, and half of them relationships ain't built off a female in love, which is built off. Oh, that's the nigga that I kicked it with, and half of them meet these bras in these clubs, and you know what I'm saying, or online. It's never no true relationship. So half these dudes don't even know they just jump in there just because she look good. But then she wants to be seen not only by you, but everybody else in the world.
Fact. I mean, I'm gonna say something too. Even when he's arguing with that dude on Instagram Live, she was gassing that shit up too. She's back in the background laughing.
Wow.
Y'all see that shit? Did y'all see that shit? Let me show you that shit on Instagram Live real quick, yo. That he did, yo. It was crazy. Hold on, let me find it real quick for y'all. It's crazy, man. Y'all gonna be. And he was playing, but dude looked like he was ready to go crazy.
What I don't like is when these OGs call these little young niggas OGs. You know what I'm saying? Just because they make a little bit of money or something like that. Wait till they grow up first, man. You know, you're putting the wrong battery in their back.
What's that? Yeah, hold on 1 second. Found it. Once I hear this shit.
Hey, y'all see this goofy ass nigga, bro? Get this man all the clout he want. All y'all on my live right now. Get this man some clout, bro. He just reaching. He want to be big PNB so bad, you heard me?
Nigga, I take your shit off your neck. Real talk.
Yo, I'm dead over this nigga, you heard me?
Who's account? Where you at?
Hey, man. Get with me. Get lost. Why you trying to put your glasses on? You really trying to be me, bro?
You see it?
Look at this nigga, man. This nigga is the best.
He was a character.
You my son for real, bro. You like 40.
40, nigga. I'm your age, nigga.
Oh, they back?
Yeah, they back.
All right, man.
I got real though. You in LA?
No,
You see it on
I'm in
the side?
Atlanta, bro. I just told you, bro. Hey,
Atlanta. Spreading that shit. There's some people back in the city who need to get out on you though.
Tell them to pull up, man.
Hold up. Hold up. I gotta put this one right here because this one.
If your score needs work, you should get Credit Builder from Credit Karma Money. You could boost your credit by saving a little each month, unless you can afford to empty the minimum.
No, wait, hold on. You gotta see the whole
Get Credit
thing,
Builder
bro.
from Credit Karma Money and create your own karma.
What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that. This time they have a. They say they have a. Got nothing to lose. You PNB Rock, worth $1 million. Got hit singles, well known, ride around in a drop. When I think about he
lost.
You in LA?
No.
You see him? Where you at? He said, I'm in Atlanta. Get with me or get lost. Then he say, you in LA? So PNB Rock got hit up in Los Angeles, and this dude is in Los Angeles. Okay. I see where y'all getting at. But let's watch a little bit more.
I'm in Atlanta, bro. I just told you.
Man, what? What about it? What the fuck I was at? That's what you niggas want to know. When I pulled up, nigga, you was quiet for like 4 days, man.
Hey, y'all see this goofy ass nigga, bro? Get it me. Get lost.
When I think about hater, this dude, you even beefing with a guy like this, or do you think it's?
Nigga, I take your shit off your neck.
Wait, hold on. Why is PNB Rock even beefing with a guy like this? This look like a nigga that ain't got nothing to lose. You PNB Rock, worth $1 million, got hit singles, well known, ride around in a drop top, got a bad chick behind you. This dude ain't got none of that. Can you imagine to what this dude go home to? He looks like a hater. When I think about hater, this the type of dude I see. You seen PNB Rock flexing, and what did he say? Dude, I'll take your chain. So he letting you know what he'll do right there. So why is PNB Rock even wasting his time arguing with this guy on Instagram Live? If I'm PNB Rock, I ain't beefing with that nigga. He look crazy, he looks unhappy, and he looks unstable. But let's continue.
Down, where you at?
Hey, man. Get with me. Get lost.
You in LA?
No.
You see him? Where you at? He said, I'm in Atlanta. Get with me or get lost. Then he say, you in LA? So PNB Rock got hit up in Los Angeles, and this dude is in Los Angeles. Okay. I see where y'all getting at. But let's watch a little bit more.
I'm in Atlanta, bro.
Man, what? What about it? What the fuck I was at? That's what you niggas want to know. When I pulled up, nigga, you was quiet for like 4 days, man.
Hey, y'all see this goofy ass nigga, bro? Get this man all the clout he want. All y'all on my live, and then get this man some clout, bro. Oh, I ain't know that.
Rappers, stop doing that. Stop getting on Instagram, going back and forth with nobodies, and then saying, let's give them some clout, y'all. Share this live, because that encourages more people to become this crazed lunatic. Start taking your life serious. PNB Rock, why are you even arguing with this dude? Why did you even join his live? Or why did you even let him join your live? You see he's threatening you. You see asking about your whereabouts. Why do you think he's doing that? He want to get up with you. You playing and laughing, but this dude looks dead serious. It's like he got hatred for you. But let's continue.
We gonna call you back. We don't got time for that negative energy.
All right, well, look, I'm gonna hit you on a one-on-one, so I'm gonna see you pull up your business. You ain't gonna do shit, nigga. All right, bro. This is a bitch. You hear me? Bet. I'm gonna make you eat that.
See, you disrespected the man, call him the B word, and his response was, bet. I'm gonna make you.
That's crazy, yo.
Now, this was from last year, they said. Now they try to put this up in it and put it a part of. Yo, how y'all know who did it, man? All them cameras over there, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, that goofy probably didn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? Just giving him clout.
No. Somebody said they done to all the women that's addicted to social media. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why I said, man. I mean, and then he talking, and you got two men talking, and she in the background laughing. What does she think that's going? I don't care what that dude is going to antagonize another man. Like, dog, you got your girl laughing at me too, huh?
Yeah. And she bad.
Yeah. You know, it's just, just the principle alone. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, and the man ain't even, you know, you telling man want to be like you. And like I said, I know it's old, man, but damn, bro, people got to watch what they say. If you ain't really built like that, man, you shouldn't even entertain no shit like that.
Facts. But you know what it is, though, man, too? There's a lot of hating niggas out there, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if you built like that, you shouldn't entertain no sucker shit.
Yeah, you don't entertain it, man. You in the car with your old lady. You talking about a nigga want to be you and look at him glass. I mean, you just sitting there just talking shit, comfortable in your car, man. Like, man, you know what I mean? Like that shit. That's why I say I don't see how niggas do that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Her being bad make it worse.
It does make it worse because nigga like, oh, because he can't get that chick. He probably mad about that. He probably like the chain. You know what I'm saying?
And then that's another thing these niggas got to stop doing. I don't know what is that supposed to mean. They don't realize that's disrespect. Why every time another grown man go to talking to him, he pull out a bunch of money or he pull out his jewelry. Yeah, nigga, like, what is that supposed to do? All that's going to do is tell me, okay, because you ain't going to do all that. You don't got to do all that if you really like that. You don't got to pull up your chain. Yeah, nigga, you want something like this. You want to be me. Like, come on, bro. That's the problem with us in our culture. Like, we put each other down way too much, and like that's not a status symbol because you got a chain. Niggas, I know niggas with chains and ain't even got a house.
That's part of our trauma, though. That's part of historical trauma. Like we did it in our era too. When we got money, you know, we went and bought a bunch of cars and you know, we had a bunch of stuff that we really couldn't afford. And, you know, it was an illusion. Like we, as Black people, we do everything based off of trauma. We don't have a 10, 15 year plan because we come from, in our minds, we come from lack. So when everything is on a time, like everything is, we got to get it now. We got to work to do it now. We don't come together and plan to say, I can do
TV shut out.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't do things. We do things, everything based off of trauma in the right now, not in the plan, not plan, years from now, when we put things on solid ground. Everything that we do as a people, I mean, just when we say, man, he was the first one to go to college, or everything that we do is based off of some type of traumatic experiences as to why we had to do it. For most of us, unfortunately. And that's why you see us do everything in vanity. We do everything in showing off because a lot of us are used to lack. We're not used to having anything. It's not something that's passed down generationally to the point where just having things is normal. So what we do when we get it, fuck that nigga. I mean, I got it. I got to do it. Like we don't have because we was kept out of the economic loop for so long. We don't have your economics, your spiritual systems, and your culture all supposed to go together and dictate how we treat each other. But because it's been disrupted, we don't have a proper structure as to how we should treat each other, greet each other, spend our money, deal with our women, period. And you can see it play out in the community every day.
Right. You almost like we use our life as an impulsive buy.
Yeah.
Our life is based off impulsiveness. In our culture, everything, like you said, is quick. It's got to be instant. Nobody wants self-gratification. It just wants that instant gratification.
Yeah, that's from trauma. From not having. I mean, just think about it, right? We all from different cities. And I got a thing I see on my channel. We all develop, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here mentality. How many of us have sat behind a yellow tape, looked at a body on the ground, or heard your mama or your auntie getting her brains banged out, been in crack houses, and you sat somewhere and said, man, I can't wait till I get old enough to get the fuck out of here. How many of us said that?
Well, George, man, I'm in York, PA right now. I'm not even in Jersey anymore. I'm in York, PA.
Yeah, hey, man, this York, PA, we all went down there in New York. We all went down there and tore that up too.
Uh-huh. But it's still the suburbs to me.
Yeah. But just think, bro, how many times we said that though, wherever we was at as young guys, man, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here, man. That's trauma, bro. We all suffer from PTSD because we seen things that the young mind shouldn't have saw, and everything we do is based off of the trauma that we've been through. Because a lot of us are adults disguised as children. We never got over the pain of our past, so everything we do is based off of trauma.
It's a whole fact.
It is. But you know what? Like you said, all of us that came up in the urban environment, we all PTSD.
Yes.
We all see people die in front of us.
That's right.
Crackheads scrolled out in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? We also the dope heads in the early 80s, the late 70s, the early 90s, when they was hitting that hard target, that Tango Cash.
You know what's sad? You know what's sad? They talk about the crack era and all the murders we saw and everything. And one thing about the black community that upsets me with us, because we allow them to criminalize us in everything we do. And that started with Richard Nixon. Who criminalized us through their media. But we've never, listen, the black community need a whole black Dr. Phil's couch to lay on, man. We done been through so much shit where psychologically we're damaged people. We're traumatized, man, from the top to the bottom. Whether you are a high achiever working in the boardroom, if you check his background for the most part, he had to work so hard because he's probably the only one in his family. Like or he had to leave where he came from in order to get to this level. Like everything that every aspect, as Dr. Nelly Fuller teaches us, man, is based off of trauma. And what happens is this stuff goes undiagnosed. We don't want to talk about it. So when we act out based off of those traumas, it's criminalized. This is why I said we got to start using our words to change the conscience of our people. You kill a black man, you're a traitor. We got to start talking to our people, man. A lot of us, listen, I'm clinically diagnosed with PTSD. I don't take that medicine they tried to give me. Fuck that. I mean, I just start talking more, expressing myself, getting that shit out.
Right.
The youth program, we got to talk, bro. We got to get put action out there. A lot of us are messed up.
Facts. You gotta verbalize your fears to get over it.
Yes.
That's a whole fact.
Yes, we got to get out of it, and we pass this stuff down to our babies. And now they got social media where they can put everything on social media for clicks and likes. But all of this stuff, I keep telling us, is based off of our trauma that's never been diagnosed. You know what I mean? Anytime you see a black man, anytime we can say out of our mouth, yo, if I see a black man, they don't even speak. They just look at me like I'm crazy. Think about that, though. That's not normal. Something's wrong. Something wrong there, man. And that's the things that we got to talk about.
Yo, but while I was down south, I'm telling you, I was living in the South, in the Midwest, and even Denver, Colorado, yo, everybody spoke. Virginia, Charlotte, Houston, Texas, Denver, Colorado, St. Louis. Everywhere I went, they spoke, they showed love.
Mm-hmm.
You go into these major cities like New Jersey, Philadelphia, PA, New York. Mm-hmm. Even the niggas in Connecticut speak, yo. They speak. It's us. We don't speak. We always think somebody after they get something from us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They speak. They must want something from us.
You notice when you go down south. Well, I don't know now, but when I was young, we used to go down south and you driving like to your through the countryside or driving like you ride to your auntie, your uncle house. When the car ride by, they always wave.
Yeah.
I used to be like, yo, why they keep waving at us? And I remember being down in Georgia. They was being so nice. They were so nice. I thought they was trying to do something to me or something. Like, yo, man, what the fuck? Like, you being too nice. Like, you know, because that wasn't something I was used to. Somebody always trying to get over, or you know, run some game on you. But down there, like, they invite you to their house. They want to feed you. Like, the women was nice. Like, back when we were growing up down south, it was just weird but remember, like I said last time I was on here, when most of our families came up from the south and they relegated us to these concrete jungles, which I call the killing fields, because before we got here, the Polacks, the Irish, the Italians were selling drugs, doing drive-bys, killing each other in the killing fields. They gave them honorary white privilege, and then they put us here because they promised our grandfathers jobs during the war. That's why we came up here. And the trick was to bring us up here, put us in these goddamn killing fields with limited resources. So I'll be trying to tell our people we're no different. We're not born with one less chromosome than anybody else. We just got to understand American history. The first Tommy gun and drive-bys was done by the Jews and the Italians. They was doing that shit back then. They was doing it. Guess what they was doing it? St. Louis, Chicago. East St. Louis was where was the heartland. That's where the train rails and everything came. So that's where they brought all the booze and all the drugs up and stuff through here. And the white folks was killing each other, man.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to really understand. Don't believe the lie. Don't let them tell you that.
We learn from our oppressors. We picked up their characteristics.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
Don't let them tell you that black people are the worst people on the planet because we're the people now in these concrete jungles. Because if you go back to the 20s, look at the
Nah,
murder
we the
rates
best. That's the difference. Yeah.
of those times. And I'm gonna tell you, we the worst fucking criminals. That's why we
That's
get
the okie
exposed.
doke.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
We are the worst criminals, most unorganized, because we're not criminal by nature. We're behaving in a system that was designed for us by our open oppressor for its economic gain. They're the ones
And also that,
out their hands.
and also, George, we look at it was programmed for us for them to set the trap. Like I tell people, think about with Shaka Zulu. What he tell him? He told him, how do you catch a monkey with shiny things? See what I'm saying? When you put it in the cage, the monkey won't let his hand go. And that's the thing. We're always caught up with shiny things. That's the trap. Every time it will trap them every time.
Yeah. The problem that we have is what we got to start talking as black men. We got to keep it honest with ourselves. Listen, what I always talk about on my channel. Before our people went into slavery existed in the world, right? It's not nothing that's new. The problem that we got to acknowledge as black men is we live on a planet full of killers. Everything from the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, everything is looking to eat something. If you place your crop and it's around tobacco, the tobacco is going to eat your shit. Everything's looking to eat something or kill something in this physical reality. So the thing is, they enslaved us, they Jim Crowed us and black coders and fucked us up. But at the end of the day, we can't keep complaining and crying about that. We got to understand that, listen, when if you have something that other people want and you can't defend it, and you keep trying to think morally around a bunch of killers, you are going to lose. We got to get out here as a people and start competing. And the way we compete is to start having these type of conversations, understanding the playbook. When the white man or the system want to run a sweep, you got to set up the right defense to defend that shit, to protect what we got. They got us killing each other, so now they don't got to kill us and hang us from trees no more. We doing it to each other. So we got to start studying the playbook. Listen, fuck, nobody's thinking about morality and morale. Everybody's thinking about what they going to get for their group and their people. And the reason why we're food for everybody else, because we're not thinking like that. Listen, everything is looking to eat something. And we're the ones getting ate, and we're eating each other.
That's fact. It's like self-cannibalism.
Yes. Just think of California, right? Just think of LA, right? LA, just California period is like 8% black. LA is probably like 4% black. But in that 4%, you got Mexicans that don't like our people. White folks don't like our people. But then our people don't like our people. Like, we got to really, really look at this. And then you come to an East Coast city where it's nothing but black people. And we don't like our people enough to compete against the other groups and build. And I ain't
right.
Yeah, we gotta have a code of conduct, yo. We can't be out here slipping.
Yes, but we gotta understand. We gotta understand that. Listen, we can be moralistic towards each other, but this is not a moral world. I'm gonna be honest with you. And a lot of people ain't gonna like this. The white man, morally, should he give us reparations? But that's not the way he think. Nigga, if I come and slap you and take your bike, take your woman, if you ain't strong enough to come back and get it, nigga, I give you back something when I feel like it. Then this is the world, man. This is the way the world operates. Let's look at it from the block perspective. If I come out and take your block getting 50 a day, but you just a hustler, you can't protect it. Nigga, you got to pay me for protection now. Or so I'm taking your block. I'm not giving it back. That's the world we live in. Period. That's why our women is out of control, and we don't have no control of our women, because our women got to go to another nation to get food, shelter, and clothing. As men, we ain't good for nothing but to our women damn near but dick. She go to him for a job, food, protection. You get out of line with her, she call him on you. We don't have listen, all I'm trying to say is, to groups of other men, we are looked at as children. Because we got to go to them for our livelihood, where they come in our own community and they make a livelihood based off of our consumption. So they don't respect us as men. We're not respected. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the way it operates. Nobody gives a fuck about a black man's plight. They give a fuck about what you're doing.
Indeed.
It's the world we live in, man. Everybody's looking to eat and kill something. And guess who? And our children and our women is their prize, bro.
Indeed. They turning our young boys into little girls. They turn our little girls into little boys. Right in front of our eyes. With all these laws and things of that nature. Kids talk about I don't recognize myself as a boy. Nigga, you my son, you a boy. What's wrong with you?
And just think about it though. What kind of power does the black man have to even create change in his own community?
Right. That's where the problem at. We ain't thinking about it. That's where the power. That's why I said you got to go to certain people and you got to talk to these district people. You got to talk to all your councilmen. You got to demand a change, because a lot of times we get mad. The first thing we do, we blame the president. Man, that white man, he don't change your local laws. You don't change them, and we got to start knowing the policies and the steps to start changing things. Because again, if you don't own nothing or you don't have a voice, you just a renter in this land. Absolutely. You're not an owner, you're a renter. Absolutely. And everybody hates people that rent because they complain.
Well, you're a guest in your own community. That's what you are. You are a guest.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Another thing, we're the makers of own the cream of this planet Earth. Follow civilization, God, of the universe. We built all this whole world. We put on our back. We build.
Yeah. We
mature. You know what I'm saying? And we let people just come and take from us. When we're gonna start taking back, what we rightfully own.
Because think about it though. Think about it. Look at our grandparents in them generation, right? Leading up to ours, right? Because a lot of us grew up in the crack era, right? And I talked about this. I did a video called Overlooking Your Tomorrows. And think about, right, all of our fathers and uncles, right? If you take all of us on here, because all of us probably over 40 over here, right?
Yeah.
Right.
46.
Yeah, I'm 47, right? So if you take
45,
if you take our uncles in them, right, and you get 8 of those men in a room, right? Those guys from like 75 to like 50, right? All of them had jobs, right? But they all knew how to do work with their hands. Uncle Charlie knew how to do concrete work. Uncle Melvin knew how to do electrician, but he might not even been an electrician. All of those men had skill sets, right?
Yep.
When the crack era came out and we got hooked on selling crack, this is the most damaging thing they did to the black community. Most people don't even get it. It wasn't us going to prison. What they did was our father's generation, going back to their generation, knew how to do skill sets and create their own jobs because they didn't have the opportunities that we had. Yeah. Once crack hit, and you go by, you could sit back and say, damn, 20 years passed by. I've been in and out of jail selling drugs. And when you're a 2-time felon, it's time for you to get a job. Guess what you don't have? No skill sets.
No skill sets.
Most of our generation, our generation on down, don't have no physical skill sets with our hands. I watched my uncle. My uncle was a school teacher for 30 years, but he also was like a master carpenter. And I'm like, how the hell you learn how to do this? Well, when they was gangbanging in the 60s, they had programs that would teach them that. When we were selling dope, why ain't no programs? Well, you know why the recidivism rate is so high? We don't know how to do nothing else.
Right. I mean, you can get nowadays these young niggas don't even know how to change oil, even change a tire.
And that's the part we're missing. It's not the fact that we went to jail. It's the fact that we didn't develop skill sets to overcome our drug problems. See, and this is called warfare, though. We don't study the playbook. Their playbook was, okay, they got a lot of orators that can talk during the 60s, but they also had a lot of men that can actually do physical work. Let's hit them with drugs and have them in the streets, and they'll no longer want to go to school and seek jobs. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's real insidious and treacherous the way they do this.
Yes. And we didn't develop skill sets. And this is why, so you know what you have today? A generation of young boys, right? And young men that blame women for the community and blame the system. Instead of saying, all right, we know our women is fucked up because they don't belong to us. They belong to the system. We know what the system did. Okay, this is war. What we going to do about it, man? And then you have men saying, well, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I'm good at this. Man, most of us, man, listen, a lot of us are good at talking, but a lot of our generation don't have no skill sets to build.
No, that's a fact. And let's go even further. When the black woman, when you look at it, really, when the black woman gave up on us, when she trusted a program to take care of her and not us. when they put in the Section 8. Then now, look at it now. Half these dudes, female can move in the house. A dude can try to change them. Like, shit, I ain't fucking up my voucher.
But see, I'm going to tell you something, but we got to be careful with that kind of verbiage, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm saying it. This is what the enemy did. See,
I like the build, yo.
Yeah, we at war, bro. And we're at war against other groups of competing men, not the women. See, other groups of competing men during that time, they saw Medgar Evers, they saw Dr. King, Benjamin Hooks, all Fannie Lou Hamer. They saw the movements, the Black Power movements. That was, remember, Black Power was a global phenomenon during that time. It wasn't just in America. It was in the Caribbean. It was in Africa. It was everywhere, and it was a Black consciousness starting to permeate through the minds of our people. So what they did was to neutralize that, because they knew that we still didn't control our job market, create a system that would drive the Black man and Black woman apart. So this is called warfare. So what I'm saying is, it wasn't the women. You got to understand
No, and I want to clarify that. Yeah. No, I wasn't speaking on the women. I'm saying this is when, as how the system. I'm talking about programming wise. Again, the system with Planned Parenthood, all that stuff. When it was executed, it was put in propaganda for us to promote that to the point where it's like, think about it.
See, now we get into
you're on something that's with the system, well, anywhere with something where there's assistance, it's only temporary, but it's not a permanent fix, right? So now they have indoctrinated these permanent fixes of these programs that do nothing but will continue to hold us back. But then that's where, us as men, and this goes back to us, where the women don't feel to the point where some of them don't even let go this program. It's a program. It's not for you to live off of. It's a program for, just like they did back in the days when they started the projects. The projects was built for the Irish and stuff. And after a while, regardless of that, they could either be there or not. That's why you have that melting pot on the East Coast and shit like that. My thing is, after a while, that program is only that you have to ask yourself, why is this program still here? And is this program beneficial to me?
Yeah, I agree. And see, what happened was programs come into place because of economic constraints on our communities.
Correct.
And they was able to set that in. See, I always tell people, when you study the civil rights movement, right? Don't just look at the civil rights bill. Look at the executive orders. We have 140 executive orders. No, more than that. That's on the books all the way from 1875. Executive orders that we was fighting to get government contracts, fighting to get our right compensation within the military. Everything that we was doing was always a fight. So what happened was, because we had economic constraints, they was able to come in with programs. Now, Planned Parenthood, if you go back and you look at videos from the 60s, you're going to see Black women speaking out against that stuff. Black doctors, black liberation people.
Yeah.
What they did was, this the part in history that gets cloudy where our people miss. When you see the Black exploitation movies of that time that we all love, in the Superfly era, 1971, right after they shot the King, and then they killed his brother, A.D. King, in 1969. 1970, Superfly came out. What they did was they started flooding the East Coast with cheap heroin. And a lot of our kids went from being Black revolutionaries on that mission to being drug dealers. And that's how they was able to usher in these programs to the point where they divided a system where our women would no longer rely on the man. And that was devised to break up. Yeah, that was devised to break up the Black Power and Civil Rights movement, because those movements.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, those movements were systems, conscious systems that were set in place to move our people in a certain way. Once the Superfly era came out, I don't think that people really understand what the heroin holocaust from 69 to 79 did to the East Coast.
That's a fact.
Oh man, it wiped everything out. And that's how they usher in crack 7 years later.
And George, you know what was so fucked up about all that? I hate to cut you off. Is the fact that during that time they exploited the difference of the Puerto Ricans and the blacks out there leaning all over the fences, and they exploited it and kept exploiting it to the point where it was sensitized, saying, "Oh, that's the norm."
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all know that heroin and all that shit wasn't popularized in the South until the South went to East and West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was running it up. They was bringing it in and running it up through the South, but they brought it up to the East.
No, it was done on the Southern people when they moved up north thinking it was better, and moved out west thinking it was better, and they got hooked on that shit and came back south, and that fucked up the population down south.
No, right. But see, one thing that black people got to understand, and that's why I always tell black men, because we're under the foot, we got to study American history. We need to know the playbook.
Right.
You got to understand something, right? They use heroin in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, right?
Yeah.
On white folks in America, right? To fund wars, right? The Indochina War, to actually fund World War II. They went into the prison and got Lucky Luciano out and made a deal with the mafia.
And then they kept all the soldiers doped up on both sides.
But this is what I'm trying to explain to our people. They did it. They made it how the Italians got powerful in America because they wanted to spread. They wanted to keep capitalism spread in Europe and not have communism there. So they made a deal with the mafia to protect the borders here on the East Coast and sent a guy, Francis Coppola and Lucky Luciano, back to Italy to take out Mussolini, right?
Mussolini, back. And the Jews dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, so now what they were doing was all the heroin was coming into America at that time, and they was help funding those wars through the sale of illicit drugs. They figured out that they can do that, and what they did was they said, hey, let's create, since we got so many white men dying in the war, let's create systems for black people to flee the South and come up to North to work in these factories. They promised.
That's what I was getting to, brother.
Once they got us here, they practiced that same system to use drugs to neutralize our communities and destabilize other countries. So this is what they did in South America, Central America, and also in the Vietnamese War. During Vietnam, the whole time the Vietnam War was going on was during the Superfly era. They was flooding the black communities with heroin to fund.
Exactly.
So we don't. But the problem is I always teach our people, we make arguments, but we don't understand. See the system look at us like, man, he crying and begging us for shit, but he don't even know what we're doing to him. We got to be able to articulate back to them what they do to bring shame. That's how you get power. The power is in the knowledge. Scripture says,
power is in knowledge, man.
It says, my people perish from lack of knowledge. We are perishing because we don't know their playbook, and that's how they can use their media to get away with every goddamn thing.
Dog, when you know knowledge, hey man, first of all, salute to all y'all brothers up here right now spitting that real tabernacle.
Tabernacle, my nigga.
God damn. I love to hear brothers up here early in the morning spitting tabernacle, man. Y'all giving it to them, man. I just want to salute y'all. If ain't nobody told you I love you, I do.
Yeah, I'm about to jump over.
Nah, we appreciate that, fam. You already know.
Because you know the most hated person in the world is the straight black man.
Of course. You know why? Because around the world, we're the most influential. Everybody look at us to see what we're doing around the world.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, I've been saying this since day one. When you see a black man fighting for his kids in court, that's unreal to them, and they give you a hell.
When I tell black men to travel, black men in America, you got to travel. You don't understand how much revered and loved by all races that you
You
don't know. You got to travel and go. Listen,
we are the most imitated people in the world.
Listen, man, we are a special group of people. All the races around the world, even the other blacks, watch us and emulate us.
Dog, the Nigerians hate us because they can't be us.
But the thing is, they don't even hate us. A lot of them envy.
No, they hate our guts.
Yeah, see, I look at it as a difference between envy and hate.
Yeah,
like a lot of them want to be us, and then a lot of us are Nigerian descent.
Yeah, we don't identify with them motherfuckers. Yeah, we identify, man, I am not from Africa. I'm from Mississippi, dog.
I got you. That's a whole nother argument within the confines of us understanding the playbook. All I'm saying is we gotta know the way that they attack us. And you look at Richard Nixon and what he wrote and what he said. He said, blame the weed on the hippies. blame the heroin and cocaine on the black people, and use our media every day.
But didn't the Jewish people? It was ghettos were built for Jewish people, but they tried to make that shit seem like it was black people.
Yeah.
So like, you get what I'm saying? Like they try to twist that shit around on American black.
So I'm gonna jump off, but I just want brothers. Listen, black men predominantly.
Yo.
Please start studying. Please start studying the playbook. Like the same way our grandparents understood. We need to be able to articulate back what they do.
Hey, man, this is a beautiful conversation amongst black men talking. You feel me? Get knowledge from each other.
Yo, did E pull up? E pull up this morning?
He pulled up earlier.
Oh, all right.
Hey,
hey, E, if you out there, I came across something what we was talking about yesterday about the narrative about Mexicans and black gangs, and I be thinking this motherfucker be listening to me because I came across a video. I sent it to you, boy. I just sent it to you. How they getting down on the Mexicans out there in LA. So I take that back. They getting busy on everybody, man. It's dangerous out there.
Hey, Eggy, you know the Mexicans don't even like no Mexican. They think they Aztec. They went deep when they went to prison and studied their shit.
Hey, George, I want to ask you a question too, George. When you finish, I want to break up your bill.
Go ahead, bro. No, go ahead, bro. You can ask me.
Like, it's been something that been bothering me lately. I've been hearing dudes call women, and it's dudes, and I guess we in our 40s, our age range, be calling women bro, and the shit be weirding me out.
I'm not calling no woman.
What's your opinion on gender wars? Is it a real thing?
Well, it's a real thing now because it's white supremacy created. The reason why there's a gender war, bro, because our people don't study the playbook. We don't understand that the gender war was started back in the 70s going into the 80s. And what happens is, it goes to what I'm saying.
The welfare system.
Yeah, our women belong to another nation because, like I said, if we want to be honest, as black men, because we don't love each other, our women, we don't provide nothing for our women. Jobs, food, shelter, and clothing. They got to go to another nation to get it. So then, well, then you got to prove me wrong with facts.
Dog, what facts is women come to America to get that work. The welfare system is what broke down the black family, dog.
Nah, Joe, I see what you doing.
Hey, I want to just
they don't have to run to no motherfucking other nation.
I want to say
other nations run.
Hold up, Hennessy. Hold up, Hennessy.
Let me say what I'm saying because I'm about to jump off. I want to say death to all real nigga culture. We ain't real niggas. If you kill another black man, as a black man, you are a traitor to your people.
I'm not a real nigga.
We gotta put that out. We gotta put that out. We gotta put that out there. We gotta keep saying that. You a black man and you kill another black man, you are a traitor to your
people.
You are goddamn right.
People. We gotta keep
damn right.
Indeed.
That's what that is.
And I love all my brothers, man.
Man, I love all of them, but I hope they love me back. I hope they love me back, but it don't be like that. You feel me? I got love for every black man on this.
Hey, Ja Muhammad, what's going on, Ja? What you want to say, brother?
Peace to the gods. I was just waiting, an opportunity to build. I was definitely receiving and accepting a lot with full understanding that was being said. What the brother was saying was crucial because, as I was mentioning yesterday, our activity of being irresponsible and not upholding accountability with each other as men is the factor that's missing from black people. If the black man remove himself from that slave mind-like state and begin functioning as a man, there's no man on the planet that asks another man for anything. If he don't got it and can't get it by the work of his hand, he do it by the work of war. He takes it. We keep acting as if
you got to use their rules against them.
We keep acting as if freedom is going to be. It was given. Freedom is never given in the history of the world. It's always been taken. It's always been taken. Freedom has always been taken. It's never been given to anyone. So we function under a mind state as if we're dealing with and licensed in an authorized position of freedom from an oppressor or the person that has placed us in this position. We don't address him.
You can't rationalize.
So you saying the world only respect bloodshed?
The world has been built. The world been built on.
Barbarian.
Hey yo,
hold on. Let me be clear with what I'm saying. The world that we live in, the reality is based on war. No one functions in a state of peace or civility without first the establishment and the activity of war. We don't have to go to war because we're already at war, as the brother just eloquently explained for the last half an hour. The problem with us is that we have a cowardice heart. So we walk in these neighborhoods and communities and act as if we're disgusted with what we see without physically putting our hand with what we see. So the brother said yesterday, if it was a Mexican or a white boy going in to Roscoe's, we wouldn't be touching him for no $200,000 chain that we can only get $2,000 off of once we rob it. We wouldn't be touching him because we know the consequence comes with touching him. And the problem is no one has been given a consequence for touching us. We let police come in the neighborhood and kill our parents and children in front of our face and do nothing but cry. Then go back and ask their parents for justice. What type of fools we look like asking a judge that commissions his son to go kill your son for justice? See, it's the ignorance, it's the mindset of a slave, bro.
Let me ask you one thing, John. I'm gonna say this. Why would you rob a black man, a hardworking black man, that earn his shit, and not go to that jewelry store and take 20 of them chains, 20 of them watches, 100 of them rings, and come up more?
Because we are white people. We are white people in black skin. That's called the Negro. And the worst type of Negro is called the nigger. So until we start seeing the victim in white skin versus the easiest path of non-resistance in black skin, then we'll start doing unto others as others have been doing unto us. But first we got to see us as who we are. And we keep thinking we're somebody else other than who we are. And any person that's in here that got knowledge of self, know before you obtain the lessons, the wording, the build, you knew you were something else that we called a lost fam at 85%, one that does not know the reality of the world that he's living in based upon and functioning under control of others. So we have to first realize who we are. Like the brother said, let's do the knowledge to American history, because when you study American history, you realize that slavery was a business that came to America like the crypto dollar. And we don't understand that we were already here established functioning as a people until the invader came. So when we deal with that and we're dealing with today, we got to go back to then and get an understanding from then so we can understand the process to how we got here now. The problem is, like I tell the brothers all the time, we got to be real with ourselves, bro. So the most upstanding black men I've seen in America, I'm one of them because it made me, is an FOI. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, make all men and boys FOI. He didn't say make them join the Nation of Islam. He said, make them FOI. Make sure they got the characteristics of a real man and function as a brother. So when you see FOI, they call each other brother. They don't say nigga. They don't say bro. They don't say none of that shit. Because they're living up under a discipline, a code, a standard. And our communities have no code, no standard. We've had 40 years of young black males being raised by a female-influenced environment, where women are in authority and control, like the brother said earlier. When you look for a man, you don't call black men, you call the cops. Because guess what we called the cops in the 70s and the 80s? The man. Because a black man is still a boy, bro. And until we get that out of our heads, the function as men, we think just going to work, coming home, paying the bill is being a man. That's just one facet of the diamond, bro. When you look at it in its complete, men are providers, protectors, and professors. So we teach, we make sure we keep, and we make sure we make. We not making, we not teaching, and we not keeping, bro. We just running around in a circle. And the shit is insane. And when you got knowledge yourself, it disgusts you, but you can't forfeit the mission. You gotta stay disciplined, bro. So it's hard to stay disciplined as a real man in this world when you're functioning around a lot of males that believe they're men, but have never been made into men, because men are made and males are born.
Facts. You 100% right, man. Now, men are made, males are made, but kings but we're born kings. We're born gods. We just got to elevate ourselves to that next level. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that knowledge of self. We got to know who the true and living God is in this world. A lot of people don't know.
Indeed. Because the devil is a god too. See, one that rules with force and power is a god. So that means money, sex, anything materialistic, just like the brother PNB Rock. If he would have been more of a man and his woman would have played her place.
Yep.
See, when you're not a real man, bro, you allow your woman to have dictatorship over your function, your activity. And when that happens and she's not responsible for you, which she's not responsible to protect, you're responsible to protect. So when the man came to the car, he ain't come to her, he came to him. So you should have told your wife a week ago, either you are a part of my demise or you're a part of my success. One way or another, if you ain't protecting me, then I can't protect us. In fact, she was setting this man up periodically and he knew it. So we have to question that. And we have to give consequences for people that violate, whether it's your nephew, your cousin, your little bro, or your son that went out there and raped and killed somebody. Consequences got to be given. And that way, when white people see black people giving consequences to each other first, then they'll start thinking twice about coming to mess with us because they know the consequences is coming back. Can't be taken back. And white people don't hesitate to give consequences. Like the white man that just called all them people niggas, but they let that man maintain his franchise and his position. You know why? Because white people call us niggas too. And it shouldn't be nothing wrong with white people calling us niggas, as long as we're allowed to call them what we should already know to call them. Because there's much worse words than a nigga that we can call white people. Right. That we don't even invest in. I love when a white person called me a nigga, because then I break down what a nigga is, and then I break down the history of the white man. And if you don't know American history or white people's history, then you have no gun in the battle. Because they always shooting with the shit that they got, and they corrupt us by keeping us separate. The women think one way and the men think another. Just think, in 1984, they had a prominent black woman be placed on a pedestal. And this black female, she didn't have a husband. She didn't even have children. So she's not a complete woman, because until you raise children and maintain a man, that's what makes you a woman. Just like what makes a man a man. So she influenced a whole generation of black women to believe that they didn't need a man. And when she did that, we created this culture, a subculture within our own communities. And of course, we was fighting the battle on several fronts. But that ideology is in the mindset of our children now. And we have males that are 30 and under, bro, don't respect, don't recognize, and don't even understand what a man is. Because they had their whole life, niggas ain't shit. They heard their whole life, your dad ain't shit. Men ain't shit, niggas. And when you hear the word nigga, you only think about black men. You don't think about women. You don't think about children. You don't think about nobody else but black men. So you keep hearing nigga ain't shit for 40 years, and you become 25 years old and you see another brother that should be you, but you look at him, that's a nigga and he ain't shit, so I can kill him without consequence. And that's what we're doing. So they killed PNB Rock because they knew there wasn't going to be no consequence. You wasn't going to go home and the nigga was going to be waiting there with your mom at gunpoint. See, there was no consequence, nigga, so you went and did it. Like the brother said, I used to rob jewelry stores for a living. So I know the profit in that.
I rob banks, jewelry stores, and drug dealers.
I did this for a living because I keep telling niggas, why y'all robbing each other? I live in Trenton, New Jersey, bro. Been an activist for the last 22 years here since coming from Brooklyn.
My son, I used to live in Trenton, New Jersey, too, and my son in Trenton right now.
Word?
I'm from Elizabeth. I used to live in Trenton. I'm from Elizabeth. I lived in Trenton. I lived in Stockton. I lived in Sherman, and my son lived in Hoffman, my 19-year-old.
That's straight hood. That's straight hood. That's straight hood.
I'm from Elizabeth, Pioneer Homes, Uptown, Midtown, all that, bro.
Yo, so you know.
I know, bro.
You know the environment, and what I was trying to tell the brothers yesterday, I couldn't get on the live, but I was super chatting, and I couldn't get in the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, our answer to our situation is that, as I told these brothers a week ago on the podcast, we have to have local communities with a national culture. And the problem is, niggas won't submit to the culture. And the culture is unapologetically black. If you are that and everything you do and everything you think, you'll start loving black. And you'll start recognizing everything else as being secondary. We look too often for white people to solve black problems. And that makes us white people in black skin, not black people.
And if you had any type of knowledge of stuff, that make you a 10%er. The
Facts.
blood sucker of the poor.
Poor. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We know, man. Like I said, I've been listening to a lot of these cats, man, up here, man. I started my channel. It was entertainment when I was living in Denver, Colorado. I was something to do, you know what I mean? And I like to bully the bullies. I don't like bullies.
Fact.
Never loved bullies. But so I decided to become the bully of the bullies.
Fact.
That's what it is, man. I'm born and raised in the 5% nation of God Earth. My father was a minister in the Nation of Islam under Malcolm X. Father, my father, he was a minister at Temple number 7, Temple number 12 in Philly. I think it's Temple number 12 in Philly.
Temple number 12 in Philly, yes, sir.
Temple number 25 in Newark, New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
So you know,
I was raised in the same discipline, bro. So you understand, and I understand you, and you understand me, even when we speak and not speaking directly, because that knowledge, like the brother said, we all need to have a concise knowledge, or we need to have a standard, a code, a principle of conduct. Like the sister said earlier, hey, we'll follow men as long as those men start doing right. Well, sis, you got to just follow man according to your nature and not wait until men do right, because you can't identify right because you've never seen real men.
That's right.
And that's our problem, bro.
And these
we
women,
keep separating responsibility.
A lot of these women don't understand either. They don't understand that they're our reflection. We're not their reflection.
Facts.
We shine that light on them. They reflect the light of the sun. We don't reflect the light of the moon.
Facts, my brother.
You know
and the value in our woman is immeasurable, bro. We can't do nothing. A nation can't rise no higher than this woman. But first, a woman got to be a woman. She got to be of man and not acting as man. Because when I ask my sisters, hey, like PNB should have told his woman, have you ever heard of an independent Chinese woman or independent Italian woman? That sounds alien to you because it doesn't exist. The only woman running around the planet speaking that they're independent is the black woman, because she's been influenced of the last 25 years, 30, 40 years. Now we're looking at the repercussions of that mindset. So we have to be men first, bro, and stand up in our communities and demand that our women and that our children function under our direction, discipline, and consequence. If that's not done, we're just going to repeat this to our grandchildren, bro, that's being raised right now. And they're going to suffer the same horrors that our grandparents suffered while they were being raised. And we all keep looking at each other without looking at the enemy. But first, you got to look at the enemy within before you can kill the enemy without.
Hey, real quick. This is George May. I'll jump back on real fast. The brother speaking, what's your name, brother? The brother in Jersey. Hey, you got a program in Jersey?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have two programs as a matter of fact. If anyone's familiar with New Jersey, or the back to school free backpack haircut giveaway, that's running around the nation now, we started that 27 years ago. I've had a community outreach program ever since I used to box professionally. So that was my staple to get in with the children. In the last 12 years, I partnered with the Boys and Girls Club of America and became the first independent entity to partner with them as a mentoring group.
Hey, God, put your number in the back chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my I don't know how to do it on this phone. I'm gonna put my email. I have a foundation down here in Philly. It's called, my website is for everybody watching, is Urban Nerds Worldwide. Urban Nerds Worldwide. And we do Urban Nerds Worldwide. That's my website. And what we do is we take urban kids on college tours. We teach them how to we do photography. We teach them how to edit videos and all these different things. I take them to all the museums. It's all black based. We teach them, give them a frame of reference of what it is to be black and what true black power is. There's a lot of different things we do. We're working out a robotics club down here with Drexel University, and I got a debate team, six high school kids. So yeah, if you type in Urban Nerds Worldwide, and then we got a YouTube channel as Urban Nerds Worldwide. I'm gonna put my email in the chat, so because I want to link with you, man, because I'm trying to link with other black men on the East Coast. I go up to Brooklyn all the time to Zayek's Institute with my man Q Butter all the time. With our kids, we combine our kids to do stuff. But black men that actually got programs that's doing stuff, we got to start getting out to the forefront where our kids can see us more than they see the drill rappers and the real nigga culture. They got to see us. We got to become a thing, and we got to start doing it together. So I go into prisons. We working on a bounce back program to teach kids different trades and stuff. So I just say that, yeah, it's urban 300 some people watching. It's Urban Nerds Worldwide. I can't even put the link in the chat because I'm not I don't have I'm not a moderator. But
I got hold up, I'm about to make you a moderator right now. Hold on one second, bro.
My brother, I have the same program here in New Jersey, in Trenton. It's called Never Settle, and we're mentoring program that teach entry-level occupational skills, life skills, and entrepreneurial skills. And we have a franchise of barbershops called Razor Sharp. And our new shop over the last 10 years is called Classic Razor Sharp. And at Classic Razor Sharp, we dress professionally, suit and tie. We teach children that you don't have to go to the hospital or the court to see a black man in a profession dressed professionally. And we try to instill that upon the community.
Yeah, real quick. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry cutting you off. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
But I just got it. It's urbannerdsworldwide.com.
Yeah, I'm ready to put the link. I'm ready to put the link to the website in the chat room and the YouTube channel where y'all can see what we do with the babies. We're working with the kids, man. We listen. Last year during Black History Month, we had the young kids, young as 8. We taught them how to set the green screen up, and we made videos based off of African American achievers and inventors. And you'll see it when you go to the channel. You'll see what, like, the movement and what we're doing. And I'm looking to find other black men and women that's doing stuff. We got to start combining things from state to state. We got to support our own movements, because I'm telling brothers, listen, our women are not traitors, but in war, we're as men, we're being defeated. So our woman becomes the spoils for other groups. So they're manipulating our women because we lost the war. We're getting our ass kicked. So anywhere you go in war, whenever the men get defeated, the women and children become prisoners. And
that's where that word booty came from.
Right, the term booty. So our women, I tell black men, don't look at our women as traitors. Look at us as another group of men, a group of competing men are incentivizing our women against us. So that's a declaration of war. Because anybody that go and give my wife, if anybody go give my wife something outside of me, I need to talk to that person. That's the mentality we need to have.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't her brother or her daddy, and she coming in with some goods from some man, I need to know who this man is.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Her brother or daddy can't even know that's my wife. That's my job. I'm your daddy now. I'm your best friend. I'm your brother. I'm your daddy. I'm your cousin. I'm all that. They don't need to do nothing for you no more. We're going to make it happen. Don't call no other man, put them in our household business. We don't need nothing for them. We'll make it. Period.
That's right. Once you get married, you divorce those that you were once family with anyway. So your priority becomes that team. And that's the team that PNB Rock should have been educated on. But I don't believe men educated him on that. I believe he took the way of the world and interacted with that woman. If you had to take her phone from her before, you already know that if she start that behavior again, she's against you, bro. And there's no way she's taking you places where the ops are, you there and they there. We have to be more conscious on how we deal with our homes, because it's only, our motto in our group is to make your hood your heaven. Because we too much we've been trained to look outside the plantation for greater value, rather than taking over the plantation that we're already working on and keeping it for ourselves.
Hey, pardon me. So is Vaughn, what up, bro? Salute to you. Hey, yo. So is you insinuating that she set him up?
I'm insinuating that she did it indirectly or inadvertently. Whether she did it directly, consciously, or whether she did it inadvertently, being a misguided female. It was her fault. Secondary, it was his fault firsthand for allowing himself to be a simp, a sucker up under her directive.
Hey, so listen. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he post the location first and then she posted?
Yeah, the news said he posted it first and then she did.
Okay.
The news said.
Well, hold on. The news said that she made a post, but he made the post in the car. But he didn't tell them what Roscoe Chicken and Waffles he was pulling up to. She made the post in the restaurant of their food and gave the location to the restaurant.
See, I would say this though, bro. I would say this because this goes along with all the things that we talk about in our conversation about educating our people. This right here is just one of the symptoms of the overall problem that we have. These are young people with social media. Okay, you know, she posted. I don't want to put that language out there as if she's to blame. I blame our culture. Period. They posted another young man came and killed that man. I want to keep putting that out there to the point where because I don't want to. What I don't want to do is excuse our bad behavior in deaf culture. Like these are law-abiding citizens that's just going about their life. Like we should be able to go as black people. We should be able to go anywhere we want. I want to shame death the gang culture. You kill a black man, you are a traitor. All of that kind of stuff. These young people with the social media, they're programmed to do all this kind of stuff. So she's only behaving in the way that they were programmed to do. This is the generation of what they do. So I'm not going to castigate her for that, man. Just because she did that don't mean he should be dead.
But what I'm saying, my brother, is this.
I just feel like all the people pointing that he posted the location first, and then this is like his second time known to social media of having problems with the homies in LA. They been told him to check in. You see the footage where he popping shit. He ain't this, he ain't that. And I'm just saying, let's deal with facts. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see where's that lady fault. Anyway, I'm saying being a street nigga and being from the street, you can sense and see danger. You know what type time it is. You walking around with that type. I mean, you know what you into. Every man knows what they into. That's a fact. So he already know what type time he was on though. So I'm not blaming her. You understand what I'm saying? He was lacking. He should have been with it. Maybe he should have had security or whatever, but I'm not blaming her, especially when you're dealing with a fact that he posted it first. You can't do that. You're just being bothered.
And what I wanted to reiterate, my brother, was this. The first thing I said when we came on here was responsibility and accountability. And I also said secondary was her position, meaning that inadvertently or directly, she influenced that behavior based upon his testimony of prior accounts. But what I'm saying is this. As a man, you're supposed to be responsible and accountable. And if he was responsible for his actions, there wouldn't be consequences for his lack of accountability. And the consequences was that you act like that, you ignored that, now you pay for that. And yes, I believe we all should be responsible to making people pay for what they do in our community. However, we first must, as I said before, have knowledge of self and how we function and the personal discipline that we exhibit as men. So he knew and should have known, as we claim he knew, that he should have been responsible. And being responsible is the first act of being accountable.
I agree with you. I agree with everything you say, but I also want to say the brothers out there and people across YouTube land, black YouTube land, we gotta be responsible with some of the things we say out of our mouth. We know black people won't go kill nobody else, but we don't have a problem harming our own people. That girl got a child by that man. She got another baby in her stomach by that man. Be careful with the words. Fear the Most High with your tongue. Be careful what you say out your mouth. Yeah, I mean, in regards to this woman, because somebody might go and hurt this woman, man. So like I said, we at war. We know that we as men, we got to get our stuff together, man. She may have made a mistake. He have made a mistake, but we got to be responsible now with some of the things that we say out of our mouth, because that girl's still living, and she's the only living parent that that those children have. So as men and as women, watch your mouth, man. We got to be responsible, man.
Well, we should be respectful, but being responsible is also addressing the criteria and the details of the situation. And we don't want another young black woman with the same weakness to vanity putting the next brother that's been providing for hundreds of people in his community based upon his success in danger. See, we got to look at what the brother did. From his position, he was ignorant, but he also was irresponsible. And if we don't speak to those that were a part of that influence, as the brother said, they just had some ops run up on him 2 weeks ago in the store. He come out of the store, they leave. She want to pull over two blocks down the street for another store. See, that type of ignorance, bro, that type of disrespect, because it couldn't be my woman at all.
But see, I got a problem with like a lot of these stories coming out. A lot of that stuff is not confirmed. We don't know all of those stories. What we know is
said that.
Huh?
He said it on the interview.
Okay. I got you, but this is what I'm saying. We dealing with a young generation and the young people that do a lot of things that for people our age that didn't have social media is a different world. And all I'm saying is, and these kids are killing each other for any goddamn thing, for clicks and likes. We don't what you said is right. We got to say certain things to prevent certain things, but we also got to be careful in our verbiage, because at the end of the day, all we saying is, now I'm not saying you, my brother, but a lot of people is in a nice way of saying it's her fault. I'm going to focus more on the gang culture that's actually preying across the country, that's preying on people. Because to me, they're the biggest culprits. I should be able to go anywhere with my wife and post what I want to post without another black man coming to kill me. God damn it! And that's what I want to focus more on. But guess what? But that's what I'm saying. It's not a reality. But we could take the pendulum and push it more further to the other side. Right now, it's pushed way to the other. That's all I'm saying. My more focus as a black man is you niggas stop killing our people. Other than that, you ain't my people, man. That's what I'm more focused on. He's dead right now at the hands of another goddamn black man. I'm more focused on that than these young people posting shit.
I got a question, bro. If we live like that as a culture, and what you're saying, being unapologetically black and accountable for whatever a person does, do you think our communities would be like this? Like that's my thing. I'm ready, bro. On the real, they just laid somebody down, that one of my mentees, bro, that I raised from like 12 years old, watched him graduate from college. You feel me? He just in a car with other people that got shot up and he got killed. No one in the community has to pay any restitution for that.
That's my whole point, bro.
We just bury him a t-shirt and keep it moving. Nah, bro, I want to go out and do something to people.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm in Philadelphia right now. We still got October, November, December. We have 404 homicides, bro. 404 homicides, bro. We got more homicides than New York City and Los Angeles, and we ain't got nowhere near their population. 404, bro. So the reason why I take the stance, I don't give a fuck about her posting shit. I give a fuck about black men killing black men. I'm tired of this shit. That's what I care more about. Because it's gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna happen today. It's gonna happen this weekend. It's gonna be some black families crying this weekend in Philadelphia at the hands of other black men. That's my problem. That's what I care more about. I'm gonna jump off. I gotta go to my son's school, y'all. Peace.
I share that same spirit, bro. I share that same spirit, but it won't stop until we start holding people accountable.
Yo, John, take my email down. I got my email pen right there so you can see it. Write my email down and email me your number so we can. I want to put it on you side after this.
Hey, Born. I want to say, like, I'm 53 years old, so I'm a little bit unsavvy with the internet. That's why I couldn't plug in yesterday. But if I press this chat, do I return to the comments? Oh, all right, okay, all right, cool. You want me to put my number or email in it? You want me to put my email in the chat?
Yeah, put your email in the chat. Yeah, in the private chat. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm trying to.
Put your number in the private chat. Yeah.
All right. All right. Did I do it? Well, it came up, so I think I did it. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't. I don't know how to do the internet too much.
Yeah, put your number in too. Put your number in.
All right, I got you.
Yo, I appreciate all you brothers for coming up here. Hey, Matt Mean, what you gotta say, brother? What you gotta say?
Well, I think what the brother just said about him taking the approach that is just sick. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that Cali too, man, is just a little bit more dangerous than other places. I think they playing a whole different game. You know what I'm saying? I think that dudes got to really wake up, you know what I'm saying, and start living what they talking about in the lyrics, because I mean he like damn near predicted that this shit would happen again when he was on Act. If you look at him on Academic Show, he was talking about getting lined up and how he prepared and he don't need security and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that the brother deserved it, because for real, anybody that's insensitive towards this death, I feel like they a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely, Houston, we got a problem and we got to sort this shit out one way or another. We got the Cali problem, yeah. We got the conspiracy shit where they think his baby mama might have lined him up. Yeah, we got that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, even if she didn't line him up potentially, he didn't post his location. He just posted where he was going. He didn't say what Waffle House he was going to. He said
she posted the location.
She was on vanity. She was on vanity shit. She wanted to be seen. She wanted her face to be seen. She wanted to be an internet star. She wanted to say, oh yeah, I want my baby father, and we balling, and we in a drop top, and we got $450,000 for jewelry around our necks and fingers and wrists.
Guess what though, Born? Check this out, Born. You know when you ask the kids what they want to be right now, back in the days we used to say shit like lawyers, doctors, firefighters, shit like that. Today the kids are saying they want to be internet stars. They want to be YouTube stars. They want to be, you know what I'm saying, IG stars, TikTok stars. They want to be seen. So we have that's the nature of what we're dealing with, where people want to be seen. There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. I think there's more something wrong with niggas tracking people down, if that's the case, and robbing them, you know what I'm saying, and killing them, not even really getting shit. That's some bum shit to me. I think that people saying, oh, it's not a gang-related thing, right? That make it even worse, because in LA, the gang's supposed to have control of their neighborhoods. Manchester, you know what I'm saying? That's that's right, dead set in the hood from what I'm hearing Whack 100 of them say. You feel where I'm coming from? So
yeah,
at the end of the day, I think that somebody needs to get held accountable, and we can't wait for the police or the laws to do our jobs. That's number one. Back in the days in New York, when them drug dealers was running crazy in Brooklyn, killing shit. Let me tell you something. Niggas dying is bad for business. No matter how you lay it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they chilled on that shit in the West Coast. They got together. They stopped fucking each other over. But we do have a problem that niggas is going to Cali and dying. And for the New York niggas that think that making New York a no-fly zone, nigga, that shit sound good. It sound real good. But you niggas ain't never gonna make it happen. You wanna know why? Because motherfuckers can't even stop killing each other. You know what I mean? The focus on a common goal or nothing like that, man. LA is a dangerous place, man. If you're a fucking rapper, that's not really a good occupation these days, because y'all abandoned the old record label model, which is taking care of the artists. When you seen Death Row, when they had a problem, them niggas boxed it out, you know what I mean? And they rolled together. When you seen Rough Riders, them niggas boxed it out. They had a problem, they rolled together. You know what I'm saying? They took accountability for the artists. But now this age that we got, where the artists are independent and they don't really have a structure of a record label, they just going out and doing, I mean, come on, my nigga. Listen, you a hot boy. You got all that jewelry on your neck and you going out with your shorty to a fucking Roscoe's. Come on, let's keep it 100, man. That's a sad death, especially for a nigga that was so well-spoken and articulate and knew what the fuck he was faced against. Niggas got to wake up, period.
Can I give us another angle though, my brother? I'm quite sure all of us that's over 45 and older can remember what happened in the 90s from 89 to 2000. So it's also the factor that we can't look at it separate. Philly got more deaths, more murders than probably any other city in the country. But LA has a reputation. The reason LA got the reputation is because of Hollywood. So we see the people, there's more stars that be functioning around in New York, but you don't have that same activity of culture because it's not Hollywood. So universally, nationally, we should just enforce the culture, which is black first. So you touch something black, you disrespect something black, you harm or kill something black, you pay for it from black. And then everybody are respected, black and white. Because these young boys only out here killing, bro, because they ain't got no consequence from their own people.
Word.
Depending on white, call the cops.
Talk that shit, bro.
Man, fuck call the cops, bro. When I was growing up, we handled the hood. The cops was afraid to come in Brooklyn, bro.
Hold
I
on.
grew up in Crown Heights and Brownsville.
Let me say something about to D, right? Every time I say something true about LA, You got an LA nigga that want to jump up and say, don't blame the whole city. We not blaming the whole city, but I can tell you this, statistically, rappers ain't coming to fucking New York getting their brains blown the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting ran down on in they fucking shower, getting their brains blown the fuck out after a robbery. I mean, come on, man. We know MOP, Annie up, yap that fool. You might get your chain took in New York. Come on, man. But getting your brains blown out for nothing, my nigga, that shit is a LA thing, bro. So
it is an LA thing.
Yeah, we not blaming the whole LA. We just fucking spitting facts.
You know, I'm gonna say, I'm telling you, I want to say this. They get so mad because we bring up something, but they're not understanding. They're talking about, oh, it's because it's him. No, it's because it's more to him. It's because it was Biggie. It's because it was Pop Smoke. It's because it was other rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's because of the young boy in Atlanta.
Why they try to brush that shit under the rug? You can't move the goalpost when it befits you, my nigga. At the end of the day, if y'all had a gang problem where the colors had to get together, the rags had to get together because it was bad for business, my nigga, rappers dying all motherfucking day is bad for business too. So we ain't blaming y'all. We saying, like the brother Josh said, we got to start taking accountability for our own, my nigga.
Good morning, distinct lady. Appreciate you coming to the chat. I hope you subscribe. I hope everybody in this chat is subscribing and showing love to the channel, hitting them like buttons, because we giving y'all some good knowledge of self today. We building up our people the way we're supposed to. So show this channel some love.
Hey, Born, I want to add on to what the brother said. He's right. When I grew up in New York, we had what we call crews, and that was from the neighborhood. So those brothers banded together and functioned. But the gang culture came from LA, from California, and we watched that rise from Eazy-E and NWA in '88 all the way to now. So we didn't have Bloods and Crips on the East Coast. We didn't have the gang culture on the East Coast. So that's why the killing is different out LA, and now it's permeated throughout the nation. So Chicago kills because they had, the Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples, and those type of gangsters. And LA kills because these are grandchildren of Black killers. So we got to look at the psychosis that we're dealing with based upon the genetic makeup. And that's what we have to begin to address.
Hey, John, let me tell you something. I'm a whole New York nigga. But anytime I go to LA, right, it ain't nothing for me. It's nothing but love. I love Los Angeles. I love the Bay. I'm not blaming the whole Bay. I feel like I move the right way, and that's why I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it refers right back to the first thing I said.
Responsibility and accountability.
Responsibility and accountability. Also, having respect for yourself in the place where you're going. First and foremost, I think a check-in is only correct. You know what I mean? Like when people say, yo, we shouldn't have to check in, nigga, at your own risk, because human nature is human nature, nigga. We don't need the gangs, you know what I'm saying, in order for some real shit to happen to you. So I feel like it's definitely about how you move and how you present yourself, because no time have I been to LA that I ever felt in danger. Even though I know it's dangerous, that still doesn't negate the fact that when it do jump off, it jump off real savage.
And that's what I was saying about being responsible. When you're responsible, you make that decision before you even make that action, bro. And we have to start thinking as men. Real men, they think 3 times before they speak or act.
Let me say something about the check-in. The check-in is this. I got real relationships with niggas in LA. And so I don't got to call nobody, you know what I'm saying, or none of that shit. My peoples is automatically with me because that's who I'm going to see. But when you're a rapper wearing a lot of jewelry around your neck and you're a fucking target, that's a whole different thing than a Mac Mean pulling up on my people and going to my man's mama house and baby mama's house and shit like that. That's not really a check-in. That's just me, you know what I'm saying, getting with my peoples. But the people I'm with is the right people. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a target and you know you're a target and you rapping and interviewing about being a target and how people ran down on you already, it's only smart that you get security when you rolling. It doesn't matter if it's LA or somewhere else.
Fact, security.
When you're in LA, bro, like I've been in the music industry 29 years. So going back and forth to LA, you already know there's certain places you go and certain places you don't. And when you moving with niggas from LA, you better make sure those niggas are who they supposed to be, where they come from as well. The problem is these young boys, they have vanity in their mindset like a woman. And they want to show off what they got like a slave, as if the next man isn't already a slave. So we victimize each other because you shouldn't have that if I ain't got that. And we irresponsible in our thinking because we have vanity in our minds. So we get on this internet, this YouTube and shit, Facebook and shit, and we show everybody everything knowing that they ain't got shit. But then you're going to come around me and flaunt it and talk disrespectful? That's irresponsible. And he paid the consequence for being irresponsible. And like I said, inadvertently or directly.
Let me piggyback. I'm gonna take it from right there where you said that he paid the consequences of it being irresponsible. You got certain people out here that's gonna be mad because we talking about that, right? But I'm gonna show you something. The message is gonna reverberate louder with the rappers that put themselves in this sort of position. Listen to him speak.
Man, these niggas, they think I'm just out here lacking. You know what I'm saying? So it would be one of those type of situations. So where like niggas,
yo, I hear that just walking up to niggas in like broad daylight, like, yo, give me your chain. Like, I'm like, yo,
niggas try me or something. It'd be like every time
they try to take your jewelry or some shit.
I don't know, but it'd be like I be on shit and I'm not where I'm from. We like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to spark a conversation with you first before they get into some shit. Some of them might just go crazy. Like I know some niggas like that too. They might be on their sneaky shit too. But the majority of the times I got into some shit, it was like they just gave a drop up too fast. You feel me? So the second time I got into some shit, it was like niggas was just talking loud as shit, wanting me to hear their conversation.
The second time he got into some shit, listen.
Conversation. And it's like I'm with my peoples, like I'm with my daughter and my girl. Like why they talking about this gangster shit? Like this around, like we outside, we on Fairfax. I'm like, man, you know, I already peed the bitch. We out.
Gangsters out there on Fairfax.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like what the fuck is going on? Like I'm on Fairfax right now. So I'm like, man, we out of here. You feel me? Like we going. My girl.
Facts, Miguel. My thoughts exactly.
They're like, no, I'm just going off of the vibes. Like we out.
Is she peeping the energy? Because I'm
she ain't peeping. Yeah, she ain't peeping. She was thinking I'm tripping
about women.
She be thinking I'm tripping. So
mind you, in this incident, he was with his girl and his daughter.
In the midst of all this, I'm like, no, we out. So she peeped that I'm serious. I'm like, man, we out. The drive probably like 2 blocks in the street. She thinking this shit a game. She pulled over somewhere else. Like, oh, I wanted to go to this store right here. And then in the mix of me, like telling her like where the park at, like somebody just came fast as shit and took the parking spot, like the same spot that we. I'm like, dude, they must have been following me or something, bro. How the fuck this car get behind me this fast? Like I ain't even look. I look back and that shit was there quick as shit. And then when I walked past, like the car bombed out. Like this shit tinted to the max.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting all this heat coming from the car though. Like I'm feeling the energy coming from the car. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Who that car? Like, on some other shit. I ain't go in the store for 2 seconds. The same people coming from out the car, hop in the store, hype as shit, say some gangbang shit, like some shit. I don't know what they say. This is some shit out loud. But it was like something that I recognize the energy. You feel me? I'm like, what? You feel me? Like he like started talking to me with some gangster shit. Like I'm like, bro, do you know me? Like you know me from somewhere? He like, nigga, yeah, I know who you is. Trying to get me to like get into some shit. So I'm like, man, I flagged him off and I just walked out the store. I already know like where this shit about to go. You feel me?
You don't that make you nervous? It's like you would.
Now, ain't nothing naive about us. We spitting facts. The facts is that he's spelling out all the details of niggas trying to rob him. He's telling you that, listen, academics is asking him, do you have security? He says, no, I'm like that. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I don't need no security. I'll be on point for everything. That's not really, you know what I'm saying? Like that's being naive. I don't think our conversation is being naive. I think that we doing justice by breaking this shit down. We're not saying that he deserved to die. We just saying that he knew better.
Right. And we cannot be emotional or become emotionally drunk based on the consequences one of us gets, bro, for being wrongful or irresponsible. That's our problem. We invest too much emotion when we should be logical. And logically speaking, he was irresponsible and he should have been more respectful to the reality instead of living a life of, like I said, you're in Hollywood, bro. You really think you in a movie. And he really thought he was in the movie.
I seen niggas get on Hayabusas, you know what I'm saying, and try to do 200 miles per hour with no fucking helmet on. You know what I'm saying? And just because they thought that they had this shit under control. But I remember saying when I first jumped on the bike, respect the bike. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man.
That's a perfect analogy, bro. It's like a gun. If you don't respect the gun, it'll kill you. And every gun kills, bro. It's deep, man. We just don't.
It's easy to mimic, you know what I mean, what you think is real and spit out what you think is real, but it's way worse. I mean, it's harder to apply that shit to your real life. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, man, rappers got to wake up. We got to start holding ourselves accountable. I think that we got to go back to the old school model of the record label and the street model for real, and holding accountability for niggas. We know who do what. You know what I'm saying? Dudes ain't that rogue out here.
We should redo it, but we should redo it based upon our authority, control, and investment without any inclusion of anybody else. And that's been, our music is the language. We got our whole culture of children functioning in a certain way. And that's been a part of the war strategy that's been used against us. So when we do create the labels, we should create the labels based upon our authority, control, and investment. And that will exclude anyone that would come and create a deceptive demise amongst us. We have to start doing for self, bro. And once we start doing for self, everything else will come around. Because when you're doing for self, it'll be just like these homes in our neighborhoods. They ran down, ragged, dirty, and torn down because we don't own it. See, but we own that car out front. And let a person put an egg on that car and you'll kill them. You got a dirty house. So when we start owning shit, we'll start caring about shit. And when we start caring about shit, we'll protect shit, starting with ourselves.
Hell yeah. I like that. And that word demon time, we got to outlaw that shit too. All these words we manifest. I'm telling you something. I might sound like the old nigga, but I remember a time when niggas wouldn't even say the word demon. You know what I'm saying? In association with a black man. You know what I mean? Now that shit's synonymous.
Yeah.
Monster, beast, animal. They tricked us into that shit.
Because a lot of these young, dumb, I'm going to say niggas, they are demons. They're devils. They're black devils. They don't care about nobody, but they don't even care about themselves.
Facts. The worst devil is a what? Black devil. He can come amongst you and do the worst to you.
Yeah, a black devil, the worst.
Poisonous snake.
Black devil hate everybody, including his own self.
Yeah.
Fact. Without a doubt, bro.
Your brothers.
Who the fuck rob niggas and don't get shit?
I'm going to cut this bill, but the guy got to get his rest. I got to go to the Justice Center for Born tonight. I ain't rich yet.
No, that's a part of it.
Still.
That's a part of the process, God. That's a part of the process.
You stick lady. This lady hit my DM my email so I can get you up here too so you can talk about that LA shit. You from LA.
Hey, Born.
What's up?
Is that Wax down there?
Mac, me, my brother. What's up, bro?
Wax, you was here the whole time. I didn't even know, bro.
What's up, bro?
I'm telling. I ain't telling you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here, man. I'm fucking with Born. Man, good conversation, brothers. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to hit you, bro. Hey, Born, I'm gonna tap in, bro.
Hit my ID though. You heard?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Hold on one second, y'all. I might have to right here. All right, yo, God, Jay, your job, you still here, right?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. I appreciate Johnny Button Jr. coming up here, man. Wax AP, salute, bro. Thanks for coming up, man. This is a dope deal. This is something that we need. This is something we always need to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need to do this, man. That's why I don't mind messing up my rest. You know what I'm saying? Because it's worth it.
Boy, my young boy, that's still down right now. He emailed me your link. You feel me, to the podcast.
Oh,
and that was my first time checking in. He was like, Uncle John, like these brothers sound like you. You know, you need to be talking with some of them. So I said, word. He said, yeah, they from the state too. So I'm like, all right. So I clicked in yesterday, God, and as soon as I seen the God Born, I said, ups, we was raised the same. So I listened to the dialogue. I hit the super chat, and today I came, I subscribed to your channel, so the pop-up came up that you was online today, God. And I'm glad I got an opportunity to build with the other gods as well. And we have to permeate this throughout the nation, bro. This type of thinking. And all they need is an introduction of thought. And once we do that, we can walk away once to see this planet. Word up, because the next person is going to fertilize and water it as long as they're in the same directive. And being responsible and accountable is all Black people got to do, bro, for us to remove ourselves from the hell that we live in.
Yo, everybody in the chat, I got my emails. So y'all want to do some donating for the kids or whatever. If y'all want to do a show or certain things, y'all can hit my email, tell me the type of show y'all want me to do, and I do the show. If I'm digging it, you know what I'm saying? If it's a good idea, I do the show. So y'all can hit my email. Y'all can bring shows up to me, and I do different shows. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one.
That's right, brother. That's good.
Thanks.
I like that about the march thing too, because Farrakhan shouldn't be the only one that can put together a march. But you need people who have a voice that can spread in order to call those type of numbers. So sometimes you got to organize with other people, other religions, other teachings in order to come across with get the message across.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, John, you know what I was talking about though, right? I was talking about there's a million Black men and a million Black women and march your ass to LA and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about it. Let's be about it.
Right.
And you know what we could do, bro? We don't have to go to LA because LA already got 4 million. We can organize that in every city. Because what's going on in LA? A brother asked me last week on the podcast. Yeah, he said, how do we change this? Or he actually said, what do Black people got in common around the country that will force us to change the way we are? And my answer was Black pain. See, I don't care who you is, where you at in America, if you're rich, if you're poor, if you Black, you share the same Black pain that everybody in LA do, and Chicago do, and Houston do, and Little Rock do, and Philly, and Trenton, and Brooklyn. You share that same Black pain. Mm-hmm. We have to garner that pain and use it as energy to make a change, bro. And until we do that, ain't shit gonna happen. And the first step to doing that is being responsible and providing consequences to everybody that violate us, bro. Whether you black-skinned or white-faced.
Yep. Because if you're black-skinned and you violate, you're just a white man in black skin.
Facts. And LA, we love LA like we love Philly, like we love New York, like we love New Jersey. So it shouldn't be what plantation we on. It should be the fact that we all came here as slaves. That should be our unifying factor.
Indeed, bro. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna try to end this with my boy Chris Down. He's from Camden, Princeton, New Jersey. Btbtv. I'm gonna try to hear this, man. Hold on 1 second. Check him out. For all my 300 followers and subscribers in right now, let's listen. We rap without cursing. You don't see him never hear him cursing none of his raps.
Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Rah. Yo. John Gotti flow. Rap Pablo. Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women. End up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I got a post. I wake up every day mission. It's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. My wins on overload. Say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that. All she wrote. Another tale from the street. Death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street. Homicide the folks who wanna play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street. Black Mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666s, the devil on his shoulder, won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block. On and run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss, we can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the foe who wanna play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street like an opera show. These kids be acting till they like movie curtain close. Yeah, Btbtv.
It's the movement.
It's the movement, man. You're born. You're born. Let's get him. Let's get him.
My brothers. It was great having you on the show. Same bad time, same bad child. I'm off tomorrow, and I'm gonna have the bottle of Henny sitting next to me while I'm doing my shit.
Peace to the God.
Johnny Button, peace, bro.
Peace, bro.
We on tomorrow night, right?
That's right.
All right. I'll be ready, boy. Tell your sister, I need that number, man. Stop playing with me. She really being scared. Stop running being scared.
Hey, yo, that's, you know what? Somebody said something because I was trying to think of a name. That's what we're gonna have to call it, man. We're gonna have to call it Gender Wars, man. That's gonna be our segment.